What's going on, guys? William here with another podcast for you, another episode with my buddy and good friend, David Kuong. He is I want to say he's a fitness practitioner, martial artist. He's an actor. He's a motorcyclist or a biker, more so. He is just living his life, pretty much doing what he does and just embracing all that he can embrace. He's a valuable friend of mine, and I welcome him for the second time here. We did an episode in the 30s, episode 30 something. He actually came to my house, and we recorded face to face or whatever. It was fun. And now we're doing it through the Zoom call, of course. That's how I usually do it. And it's still the same chemistry, still the same type of conversation that we have. Open arms, love. Bust his balls a little bit. uh, but yeah, it's I love talking to my friends because I'm able to just talk about whatever. And whenever I talk to other people I don't know, it's a process of understanding how to open up to other people. But anyway, that's a whole different topic I'm not going to rant about. Please welcome my awesome friend David Kong. Yeah, man. So you're still working out. You're still doing you.
Yeah. I just got done working out today. I do this 6 days a week kind of regiment where I start Monday and I end on Saturday, and Sunday would be my only rest day.
Cool.
Yeah, so I still keep it up,
So you work out. You said Saturday and Sunday is your rest day.
Sunday's my only rest day.
Sorry.
So 6 days a week, I'm
Yeah.
I'm all in.
I got confused because you said you did say 6 days. The rest day confused me. Yeah, I did the same thing before COVID, and when I was like, I was ready to fight. I wanted to fight in Muay Thai competitively, and I wanted to
Nice.
compete in jiu-jitsu. So working out at home was the only thing I could do because of the Saturday, Sunday. That's all I could do is train,
Right.
work. Now that COVID happened, I'm like, okay, I can't go compete. I can't fight. All that's like thrown out the window for now until things are whatever they want to, they let us do what we got to do. And I still want to fight. And I don't know, it's changed my perspective. I'm learning so much about neuroscience, and it's like fucking, I was like, hi, maybe I want to take care of my brain. And it's like, goddamn, but I want to fight at least so I can, when I teach, I have fight experience. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh,
I mean, as long as you just keep training on your own and exercising on your own, you're still keeping your mind active, your body active as well. You're learning new concepts here and there. Maybe if I do this kick with a little bit more hip twist to it, it feels a little better, it feels more natural, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can never stop learning new things. And I think as long as you just keep at it with the exercises on your own, you might figure something new out for yourself.
Yeah.
It's tough, with the whole COVID thing. I have like at Royal Striking, where I went from Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I saw that a lot of people were trying to do the same thing you were, trying to get into the competitive fights and train for it and stuff like that. And with all the cancellation of everything, cancel culture, wow, man, with the COVID, you out here trying to be a fighter, canceled. You're out here trying to be shit, canceled.
Cancel culture is winning.
You want to be somebody, cancel.
Everything's canceling itself out, and even the cancel culture is going to cancel itself out soon, or whenever it does.
Which in some cases it did. So
yeah. Cancel culture is canceling itself now, so to speak. There's times that they say that the left eat their own. I don't know if you heard that before. I heard it many times.
No, just
true,
let them keep talking, and they dig their own grave sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't want to give the wrong impression on your podcast that like I'm a conservative. I am extremely moderate. So I see the good in both. I see the bad in both.
Right.
And it's with the left, it's You let them talk long enough, they're gonna bury themselves.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
know.
agree with that. It's just when you're, I'm moderate too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe in balance. I believe
For
that
sure.
it's a never ending balance.
For sure.
I
Yeah.
remember I had a talk with a Muay Thai fighter on this podcast, Eddie Abasolo. He told me, I forgot the fuck he said. He said something about that uh, there is no balance. Like I asked him, how do you balance your family life with your fight life and your
Mm-hmm.
training and everything you do, your teaching? He was like, shit. He was like, there's no balance. There's always you're always going. You're always like trying to figure shit out. This,
Right.
it's always like a tipping, like it keeps tipping that way and that way, and it's never
Mm-hmm.
ending. So that's how I look at life the same way. I used to
Yeah.
think before everything's a balance, and meaning everything is balanced already, blah blah blah, or you have
Mm-hmm.
to figure out how to find your balance.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized after he said that, I said, you know what, that's true. Yeah, it's not even just finding your. I guess finding your balance is what I meant, but it's understanding that you're always gonna be doing this
Yeah.
all the fucking time.
So like what you're referencing is the fighter that you had your talk with, he talks about balancing more so along the line of fighting and family, where balancing time out, balancing like your schedule out with in accordance to both. So that's just balancing out your schedule and your mentality, where when you're fighting, you have your mind has to be set on the fight, and then when it comes to family, your mind has to be set on focusing on your family and finding the balance out between that, where you can't be hanging out with your family and thinking about fucking somebody up. So
Yeah,
it's balancing out your mental state. um but more so along the line when you're talking about balancing in other categories like life in general, so you come across like balancing morality, balancing out principles, balancing out the whole good and evil. Because I hate the whole like self-righteous behavior of like some people where they think they do no wrong,
hmm
where they think they're absolute good and there's no skeletons in their closet. You know what I mean? We all have like tendencies of negative behaviors in all of us. And if you really try to approach a path of being good, you can't ignore like the evils and negatives in you. You acknowledge them, but you don't act upon them, you know?
hmm
And it's fine to see them in yourself, but it also is necessary for you to keep them in check.
right.
We all love to like uh conduct some vices like getting drunk and getting wasted and lit and all that stuff, partying up or night of debauchery and whatnot. It's exciting, sure, but keep it in check, man. Just focus on the good in your life. Like spend more time with your family, spend more time with good company, good friends, talk about life and whatnot. Um, just enjoy some of the good, like take care of yourself, take care of your health, take care of your body more. Focus on how you eat, how you sleep, how you exercise, and stuff like that. And I feel like it's hard for a lot of people because they tend to just make excuses, where no, oh, it's too hard, it's just there's not enough time in a day in my life to like commit to doing stuff that would benefit me and my body and like work on my weight and stuff like that. And I get it, it's tough, but with all the lockdowns and everything, everyone's forced to stay inside and face those demons. And you can't escape them. You're locked in the house now, so it's you and your skeletons you got in your closets.
Yeah.
And it's been for me, I mean, like, I've grown used to just working out at home and doing stuff to help benefit my health at home already. So it's just like nothing new to me. But for a lot of people, they grow attached to like going out and having fun all the time. And now take that away, you got nowhere else to escape your problems.
Right. I wanted to ask you, going back to your workout regime.
Regiment,
But
not a regime.
was it regime or regiment?
Regiment.
My bad.
Maybe it's regime, but
What the
I'm
fuck's
not.
a
I'm not
regime?
starting. I'm not starting a small country now.
What's a regime?
It's a regime rule where, I mean, I know in the terms of like dictatorship,
Oh, really? I'm done.
regime rules. You know, regime.
Yeah, my vocabulary sucks, man. I just try my best to, like, the word comes out, I'm like, regime, and then I said it, and then you corrected it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So regiment.
Yeah, regiment.
I'm learning. I'm always learning these fucking words. That's what I'm trying to read so I can fucking learn some shit. Like, I just learned recently what an aphorism is. You know what an aphorism?
I have no clue.
It's basically what hear no evil, see no evil, that type shit, or Bruce Lee's "Be Water." All the quotes that have like a type of meaning to it. That's an aphorism. It's an important thing that it's an important quote, like one sentence, phrase, or whatever that actually has a meaning in reality that you could take for reality. Okay. So I just learned that recently reading Striking Thoughts.
I mean, that's a dope term. I might have to look into that.
Yeah. I brought it up my last episode, and I fucking forgot what the fucking thing was called because it was a new word for me, and I said
Aphorism.
something. Yeah, aphorism. Anyway, your regiment. I get this all the time, but I see it all the time. Minus, I always see people talking about excuses too. The excuses. Every time I ask people, hey, you meditate, blah, 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 or you do this, you do that. Yeah, I'm interested, but, I don't have time. And it's like, okay, that's fine. And I'm like, you got to make time for stuff. Stop saying you don't have time and say that you're not making time for it. You have to own up to your own shit. The shit that you're doing. I learned this from Jocko Willink, like owning up to being your own leader, being your own parent, being your own. There's so many words you could say. My wife calls it tour guide. Being your own tour guide, but understanding what you're doing and holding yourself accountable. So how do you hold yourself accountable to build your habits so that you can keep your regiment, keep it, you just keep doing it. Now, hold it. You can answer that question, but I was trying to get to the motivation stuff because people are looking for, I don't have any motivation to do it. And I'm like,
so
motivation. Yeah, go ahead.
You're looking into how
are you motivated
start,
or
how did I, well, yeah, like how do I start with being motivated and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Before I answer the question of like, how do I face my accountabilities?
Yes, motivation first, and then the rest down the line of discipline, accountability, and all that.
So, this whole journey for me, it feels like I've been through years and years. It almost feels like I should be like 35 right now or so. It felt like 10 plus years or so, but this journey started 2.5 years ago. With all the physical fitness and just training the body, training the mind, and training my habits. And it started 2.5 years ago when I woke up one morning and I felt like shit. I it's like, this was during like when I was just mad skinny. I couldn't do much. I couldn't exercise as much because I was so lazy and so unmotivated. But I remember doing the Tough Mudder around that time, and I was so disappointed in how I did. I was like slack and I was coughing and wheezing. I was just like out of shape. And, for me, I'm always hard on myself. Whenever I do something, I'm always like very hard on myself. And on that, during that time, after I finished the Tough Mudder, I was just like, man, me back. We always say this, like back in the day, I could do such and such, back in the day, I was able to lift like whatever and run as far as whatever. Making excuses like that, and looking back at it, I was, falling in the same category. I always made those excuses where, man, back in the day when I was a teenager, I was able to do crazy, physical things. But I stopped making those excuses and realized that I'm not, I'm not broken. I'm not, my back is fine, my legs are fine, my arms are fine. It's like I'm in tip top shape, and broke out of that um realms of excuses, and broke out of that reality I made for myself, where it was just all just feeling down about myself. So I washed that away. I took all of that away, all that negative emotions and thoughts, and just said, tomorrow morning, wake up and start working out in my basement with all the equipment. And this before I even like called it the dojo or called it whatever. And this was before I even like hooked it up with all of these new gadgets and whatnot. But this was just straight up like dumbbells with a old style bench and the barbell, and just started from there. Like I didn't had any like direction of what to go with, but I had memories of what I used to do. So I would do that. I would do training in a very simple like 4 sets and whatever reps I can do. Start off small. Like I start off with a 25 plates on each side, and that was the hardest for me back then. Like this was like 2.5 years ago, so that was like the hardest weight I could have done, like 95 pounds total of benching and curling 15-pound dumbbells. So it was a very like lackluster start, but it was a start at the least.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did that and woke up the next morning, I was like addicted again, addicted to working out again and getting back into shape. I didn't see the results the day after, but a lot of people expect results right away. For me, I'm a patient motherfucker, man. I'll do it, and I'll trust that I am doing it the right way, as long as I do my research and feel it in the right parts of my muscles and all that, and making sure that I'm doing the right way. But like staying motivated comes when you see the results. Like that's a big impact on keeping your motivation, is when you finally see the results come in. And for me, it didn't come to me till like 3 or 2 months after the initial day of training. And I did it in a simple way where it's just like 4 days or 3 days a week or so of just working out and fixing up my habit, where like I didn't really add into what I ate. I more like cut out a lot of stuff. Like I cut out junk food, where I would just be like snacking on Chips Ahoy or donuts late night and stuff like that. I cut all that stuff. I used to just eat junk food nonstop, man, and drink soda nonstop and all of that. But I cut like a lot of that stuff out and just started to learn. I didn't even know how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
So I taught myself how to cook too. I asked my mom to teach me how to cook as well, and like looked online how to like prepare simple meals. And it just, from there, it was just a lot of like learning a lot of new things, learning to take care of myself
Right.
rather than being dependent on some outside source.
Right.
So, and this, all like all of this together, when you see progress in what you do and the results of what it gives you, then that keeps motivating you. What breaks people out of that motivation a lot is when they do it for a while and they don't see the results. And thankfully I knew my stuff. I knew how to exercise. I knew how to do the techniques of working out, the proper form and stuff like that. And I already had a base knowledge of it, but I also enhanced it by looking up online and how people approach that as well. I watched a lot of like physical fitness guys on YouTube, like Athlete Next, and sometimes Bradley Martin. I watched them. I watch like a lot of people online. So from there, like taking the tips that they had and just perfecting what I was doing. And there was always room to learn. Like even though I told myself I knew how to do it, I don't know every bit of it. I wanted to learn more layers into it, and it just helped me a lot.
Yeah.
To just see the results. But I think that's what a lot of people need. They need to have results to stay motivated.
And you require patience to see the results.
Hell yeah.
There's a podcast I listened to on habits and how to build habits and all that.
Mm-hmm.
From your experience, how did you build your habits? Like, I don't know, you know, they have a way of building habits, but how did you? I don't know if you answered that with everything you just said,
Mm-hmm.
but
I can go venture into it
yeah,
again.
how did you build your habits to do that? To, like, you started off with 3 days, whatever, and then you picked up on to 6 days.
Um, I think to answer that question, I would say the way my habit was built is mainly because I know what would happen if I stop.
Okay,
You
so
know,
stopping would just, you don't want to do it anymore. Like, it's just done.
because if you get off track one day, let's say you have a 4-day plan, 4 days a week you work out, right? One week you just don't feel like doing it, on your first day of starting. One week you just like, yeah, I could miss a day, I could skip a day. Then the next day comes in, yeah, I could skip the day too.
That's where it starts to leech on.
That's
And yeah,
where
yeah,
that complacency, that laziness, I'm just gonna be blunt with it, that just not giving a fuck attitude would just break your whole regiment
right.
more than you think, you know?
It's
And
not breaking your regime though. Okay.
regiment.
Right.
Yeah. Like it is breaking your regiment, if you took the day off and it just creates that habit, of not wanting to do it,
Yeah,
you
true.
know? So yeah, I saw your wall shake a little bit.
My child.
Yeah, so to stay with that habit of consistently working out, you have to remind yourself what it would be like if you stop. And I know exactly how that felt like. That's how I ran into complacency years ago before I even started training again. I felt that once I stopped, I just felt complacent, just want to stay home, watch TV all the time, and just eat junk food and play video games all the time, and that's
Right.
all I would be doing because I took the time to just not do anything and not
Yeah.
do any exercises because I felt like, I'm doing all right, I'm breathing.
Yeah.
And it's just, it wasn't enough for me. Yeah, I wanted to do more for myself, so I wanted to get back into shape. I wanted to get, honestly, better than I've ever been in my entire life,
Right.
with
Right.
all of the improvements that I've made. And it comes from just reminding myself how it would be like if I stopped, because I know exactly how it felt when I didn't. And when
Right.
you have that mindset that you know exactly how you'll feel when you don't do exercises anymore, when you don't stay on your regimen anymore, if you remind yourself how that felt when you wasn't on it, then it keeps you going.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, you have the. So I don't. We talked. I was gonna actually reserve, but I'm trying to like go with what we're talking about now. But
Yeah.
going back into the positive and negative, good and evil, uh, the balancing scale that I mentioned that we talked about. You look at complacency and your motivation to stay disciplined with what you're doing. Uh, there's that scale of like, you need to work out, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you need to work the fuck out, and it's harder to do that because you want to be lazy. It's like, it's just comfort right there, man. It's just like
Yeah.
so much easier to just do nothing. I don't have to do anything.
I
I could just eat
know.
chips and just play a video game all the time, and I could sleep for 12 hours in my day, and I don't have to worry about anything. Blah 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 blah. It's easier to do that, and I,
Mm-hmm.
I learned this from again. Not that it was a different way of looking at it. It's easier to grab that donut
Yeah.
than it is to eat that piece of broccoli every day. Like, that piece of broccoli is like, oh my god, it's fucking. I don't fucking eat piece of
Every
broccoli.
fucking day,
Yeah,
man.
I don't fucking eat that. Fuck that broccoli. Like,
That's,
that donut is so good though. It's easier to eat it. And guess what
yeah.
happens when you eat it for a whole year? That donut every day. It's easier, and then you get fucked up. Your body's like, bitch.
Yeah.
Your body's like, or your gut health, your gut biome is like, more sugar, please. Your
Yeah.
gut bacteria, the bad bacteria, is like, yeah, give us some more of that sugar. Hey, come on. And so it's telling your brain,
Yeah.
your gut health. I mean, your gut biome is connected to your brain. Blah blah blah. This is where everyone.
Yeah.
Again, I'm fucking this up, but this is based on what I understand about the science of.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it, and it contributes to how I stay on track, is that I do have like cheat meals, cheat days here and there. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah,
eat
yeah.
like whatever, like pizzas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like even though like I'll enjoy it, I do feel like shit after it because I avoid it so much, you know. But
Right,
I do
right.
like crave it a little bit here and there, you know.
Yeah.
My body will always remind me that, yo, you're feeding us trash.
Mhm.
It shows me, you know, my stomach hurts and all of that. So it keeps me on track in that kind of sense where it's like, yeah, I should continue to stay away from it. But I'll still
Right.
have my cravings here and there.
Yeah.
You know, but every day I'll still eat fucking broccoli, rice, and chicken and whatever. So
Yeah. Like I said, there's a moderation thing there. My wife, because I was getting all hardcore about it, like, oh, I'm just gonna eat white rice and fucking chicken and broccoli and any vegetable that I can eat, carrots, kale, all of it, spinach, all the good shit. And she was like, easy there, like, moderation. You can eat junk here and there. I was like,
yeah,
yeah, you're right. I'll have a cheat day then. Fuck it.
yeah,
Fridays is my Chick-fil-A day, or Thursday if I'm gonna have pizza, that's my pizza night, and that's it. And I made it that type of thing.
yeah.
Now it's not like that. Now it's like I'm eating fucking bread again, and I'm fucking off here and there because I'm not as disciplined as I was before.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because for my own way of looking at things is, I'm not able to fight. So it's like, what's the fucking point then? So I have to take it back a notch and focus on something else to motivate me to discipline myself that way instead of like fight. I'm going to fight someone. I don't want to get my ass kicked. So, it's just like you did it because it's just simple. You want to take care of yourself. That's it.
Because I felt like shit.
Yeah, you felt like shit.
It was very simple. It was like I woke
simple.
up, I feel like shit. I was like, I need to do something about this.
Yeah. For me, it's like I don't want to feel like shit either. Fuck.
Right.
I don't, and there's a lot that I don't want to feel, especially feeling angry or a lot of shit that I feel.
Yeah.
But
it's like for me, like I'm very hard on myself. So when I felt like shit, I'm like, fuck, I'm fucking trash. I need to better myself, you know.
Yeah.
I'm fucking pathetic. That's what I was like. I told myself a lot when I started, and I was just like, I need to do something about that.
Yeah, there's a balance of all the shit, man. There's like talking shit to yourself, so to speak. Some people tell me you shouldn't do that. I'm like, that's how I deal with my shit, man. This is how I tell. Like the one time I snapped on my family and whatever, I said, "You fucking piece of shit. Take your ass the fuck downstairs now and do some push-ups. Take your ass, hit that bag, kill yourself now downstairs. Not like literally kill yourself, but I mean like exhaust yourself.
Yeah,
and
push
take all
yourself
that
to the limit.
All that negative energy, throw it all out on that bag and on the fucking mats. Do what you got to do because you're being a piece of shit. You're hurting your family, and you don't want that because then you're gonna regret it. Blah blah blah. And I consider it the caged beast.
Mm-hmm.
It's or my dark passenger or the Joker or whatever. There's so many names I have for it, but ultimately, it's so I can take care of myself the way I have to do what I got to do.
Right.
But I was saying earlier with the donut shit, it was all regards to the actual science of when you eat something like sugar, it's so easy to do that because your gut biome is a part of that, telling you you want more of it.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that with my child. We used to only give her rice and just healthy stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then the minute or the day, and then it was day by day, I noticed she wants candy all the time now. And it's all because she had dumb lollipops that she loves. And that built up. Look, I want candy. No. You're going to eat. I want orange. Okay, that's a better thing. But then she wants, it's like I'm learning about her. I'm learning from her how the brain and the stomach works.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to ask you, you said something about, you wanted to rely more on yourself than an outside source. What did you mean about that, the outside source?
Ultimate, is someone farting in the back?
That's my child. My child is going to make random sounds. Baby, Arya.
I mean, it's good commentary.
I'm going to have to edit that out if I can.
What was the question again? I forgot.
You said outside sources instead of you rely on yourself rather than outside source.
The ultimate goal of mine is to be more independent on how I approach things and how I make things happen, rather than being dependent on like, when am I going to get a free handout kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
Rather like opportunity coming to your door and then you take it. You know,
Right.
I want it to be in a way where I make it happen, you know,
Yeah.
because I want to be in control of my own destiny.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I think we as people have such a strong power of deciding what is real and what is not for us. If you tell yourself you can't do something, you won't do it. If you tell yourself something's impossible, you're never going to try it. But if you tell yourself that you can do it, that it is possible, then you'll have that mindset of being able to do something about it and making it happen. Um, I spoke to one of my friends about the differences between caution and panic, where people will tell you to be cautious, but no one will ever tell you to panic. You know, no one will just tell you, you guys have to panic and, you know, whatever.
Well, unless you're on social media, that's all they're doing is telling you to panic, man.
We'll
Wear a mask. Wait, why aren't you wearing a mask, David? Huh?
Hey, trust me, we'll get into that
I know.
later on in the podcast.
I'm just fucking with you, man. Go ahead.
And the thing about the differences between the two is that when a person panics, they've already envisioned failure. When a person is cautious, they envision obstacles and challenges, but they have not accepted failure, not just yet. So if you continue to go through life panicking, you'll always think you're going to fail. If you be cautious, but be willing to take on those challenges and keep in your mind to be optimistic and thinking about overcoming and thinking about reaching a successful outcome that can become your reality as long as you stay true to it. You know?
Yeah.
Because if you wake up in the morning and you say like, I don't feel like doing such and such, you know, it's no point to it, you know, and you're not going to do it.
Right.
So I keep in my mindset where I am cautious, but I am very optimistic and I'm very driven to just keep moving forward, like just keep going.
Right. You're gonna get hit. Yeah. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit by some things, but
no, fuck yeah.
You're willing to take it for something that you have a desire to accomplish. You know, like whatever it is, like
because like, you know, we all had shitty days. Hell, I've had like shitty years. Yeah, I've had like a long strand of like fuck my life kind of deal, you know, where I'm just like, the whole world is like unfair to me and stuff like that. You know, we've all had shit like that, you know, but there comes a time where you have to just open up your mind and look at the world for what it is. The world and life is not meant to be fair. You know, shit's not meant to be fair.
Right.
So you are, as we all as people are in control of how we perceive things, how we look at the world.
Right. There is no comfort to there's never, I don't think there's ever a goal to be comfortable every day of your life, like the rest of your life.
Right.
I think it's natural that's why we do it. This is why a lot of people just go for that donut. This is why people just go for the easy route, because they want to be comfortable. Everybody wants to be comfortable. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to be peaceful. Yeah. Everybody wants the positive only thing.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't like that positive only shit. I mean,
there has to be balance.
Yeah, you need that balance of like acceptance of what's the reality of life, and negative is going to be there no matter what you try to do.
Yeah.
Everything's not positive. You think positive. You can be positive, but don't think that there's no such thing as negativity. No negative. Get out of my no negative.
That's the thing, you know. That's like, just because something is the norm doesn't mean that's something you should always want, you know? Because it's normal to, I feel like it's normal nowadays to just be like, you know, misery loves company. It's normal nowadays to be like, oh, you're having a bad day? Oh, yeah, my day was bad too, man. You know, then we just talk about it. Let's have a drink about it and whatnot. You know, sharing the misery.
Yeah.
But it's normal to do that. And it's
Right.
normal to strive for positivity and throw out all the negativities. But for me, the way I look at it is that we shouldn't eliminate the negatives, you know. We shouldn't
No.
like try, we shouldn't like make it a goal to rid yourself of negativity,
Mm-mm.
because it's going to be there no matter what.
Yeah, you're
You know,
fighting.
if you had bad days and you still remember it, it's going to be there. You can't just erase it out of your mind.
No.
You know, we all remember traumas, we all remember like bad shit that happened in the past.
Yep.
And for the longest time of my life, I always had that idea of trying to rid my thoughts of all the bad things that happened to me when I was younger and whatnot, you know,
Same.
because I had the same idea as everyone else. Like, I just want to get rid of it, get rid of those skeletons in my closet, get rid of, some people move out of the fucking city to try to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then they find new problems. But, you know,
Right.
we all try to do different things to fix it. But the whole norm is that people want to just delete all the negativities out their lives. And for me, I reached the point in my life where I now know that the actual correct way to handle it is to just accept it for being part of who you are. Because it's great to be, you know, positive all the time and whatnot, but it's also great to acknowledge the negatives that you had to push through to get to where you're at.
Right.
It makes you who you are, and it makes part of your personality. And honestly, it's accepting the dark side of yourself for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And taking care of it.
you're not a bad person for doing terrible things or bad mistakes in the past. You know, if you've apologized for it, if you made amends for it, and just, you know, did your piece about it and made yourself a better person out of it, then yeah, then you're fine. Like, don't let it eat you up inside. It's like, oh, I'm a terrible person, what I did and all that. We all fuck up, you know? We all
Sure.
made mistakes. Don't let it eat you up and consume you, and to the point where you just become fucking cruel out of it because you feel like you can never change.
Let me share a story real fast. Quick story, because you're right on that. It's funny because I want to talk about this too. Yesterday, I'm not going to talk about the what we talked about off air, but I had a beautiful, wonderful, fucking amazing experience, and I was like, yes, finally, blah 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 blah. And then the next day, after that amazing experience, something really terrible happened, and it could have been worse. I was at risk of getting my family shot at, so to speak, if that was the case. Now, long story short, you know how people just do things that are fucking dumb as shit on the road. And my anger, my caged beast, I was hungry, by the way. So I was really hangry, came out of the cage, and it took over and did what it did. And fuck, not that I regret it, but fuck, am I grateful that nothing bad happened. Fuck, am I grateful that I learned something valuable from it. Now I know what to do with that. I need to do this, because if I don't, there may not be another chance.
Right.
So he cuts me off. This dude cuts me off. I stuck my middle finger at him because he cut me off. He tried to do it twice before that, and it was just weird how it happened. How everything happened so fast. There was a car in the way. He was about to cut me off, and I was like, okay, go ahead. But then the car was there. He was about to hit him, clash into him. He stopped. Like, okay. So I kept driving. The car. He went behind. Tried to cut me off again. There's a car turning. He could have clashed. Stopped. And I'm like, he was like working my nerves. Like, what are you doing, dude? Relax.
so as soon as I go, he cuts me off again. And then I'm like, like, fuck you, like, motherfucker, like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he stops at the stop sign. And I said, oh, you want to stop? And I'm not happy right now. My brain is already fucked because this is what I consider my Joker, my dark passenger. This is what I consider the caged beast. It was alive. It was taking over. And my kids are back there, and I'm ready to kill somebody. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, he came out the car with his hands up, and I'm like, oh. So I'm not going to get out the car because my wife is telling me, do not get out the car, because I did this before. I got out the car before, and because I wanted to kick the window of somebody because my child was a newborn at the time, and I had to, some truck ran, like did whatever the fuck it did that I had to jump off to the curb so I can avoid getting collided with this fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I got out the car because he was in traffic, and I was about to kick his window. And that's another story. Anyway, this guy, he's got his car, blah, blah, head is exploding, enraged, in flames. I want to kill him, blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying to control it, and he stops, acting tough or whatever. I stop in front of him. My wife is like, no, 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 and I'm not listening to her. And I pull my window. I said, I have kids back here, dude. I have fucking kids. That's why I put my middle finger out. I have kids. And then he was just like looking back at the kids, and is like, he gave me this look, and there's two dudes in the front. And this is, I'm going to say this bluntly. It was two ghetto dudes. You imagine that ghetto dudes have they're packing heat in their car.
Right.
So I'd imagine if I didn't have any of my kids, or I don't know, maybe he wouldn't give a fuck. He was a little older, so I think he had a little bit more pullback. So anyway, pull over, and I go, and I'm right in the corner of my fucking mom's house, by the way. I'm going down, I'm still like fire the fuck up, and I just couldn't. I was trying to breathe, I couldn't do it because I was there. Meanwhile, I'm like trying to tell myself, breathe, dude, breathe. These are thoughts. I do what I usually do when I'm angry. I tell myself these are thoughts. I tell myself this is just the ego. I tell myself a lot of things I have to tell myself so that I can calm the fuck down and not let this caged beast take over and fuck shit up, which could cause a casualty or cause me to punch a wall and fuck up my knuckle. I recently did that.
I know.
But anyway, all that. And the long story short, again, that was actually a long story that I wanted to do, but I was hungry, and I didn't realize I was hungry, and that's why I couldn't control it. And I said, fuck. And I really needed to take care of my hunger.
Yeah.
It's just something that I learned about myself. And I also need to write a sticky note and say, because my wife was telling me he could have had a gun, and I said, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I said, I need to put on a sticky note in front of me that says, everybody in a car has a gun. Everybody has a gun. Just keep that mindset so that when I'm enraged, I see that big yellow sign in front of me that says, everybody has a gun. Oh, get back in your cage, beast. Okay, there you go, because you don't want to get your
It's real shit, man. In some self-defense classes and my Muay Thai class as well, it's like some instructors will tell you that even though you know how to fight, if you do reach an altercation, God forbid, on the street, you don't know whether or not they have a weapon. You always have to keep that mindset that, maybe I just gotta walk away, man.
Let it go.
It's tough. Because you can fuck them up hand to hand.
Yeah.
But it's just like, is it worth taking that risk?
No.
Because he might have a knife or a gun.
Not even that. It's not even worth killing somebody either.
Yeah.
I can punch him. I can choke him out. I can do what I wanted to do to him.
Hey,
I had a lot of evil.
his skull because you know how to punch and hit.
Dude, my fucking thoughts were evil as fuck. So talk about good and evil.
I mean, we all have thoughts like that where we just like, want to fuck someone up for doing wrong to us, because you have a family. And when you have like family involved, you're like, fuck, you put my family in danger. And then you have those thoughts where it's like, yo, fuck this guy,
Yeah. So again, there's that concept of the evil stuff. Let's go with evil. Let's sit with evil. Don't run away from evil. Everything's positive. Everything's positive. No negative. No. Sit with that negative shit because you have to learn about it, understand it, be aware of it.
If you're a person that just tosses away figuratively all of your negativity and you just throw it away in like some basket in your brain and just like ignore it completely, you'll reach some kind of point in your life where you just become so arrogant and self-righteous.
I consider it your dirty laundry.
Yeah.
You got to clean it every now and then. You can't
Exactly.
you're going to have clothes everywhere in your house if you just keep throwing all your negativity away. You have to sit with it and clean your clothes.
Just keep it in check, man. Just keep it in check, but don't ignore it. Don't, like, with all the lockdowns and shit, like, you're stuck with your own problems. Face it. You're forced to face it now. You know, and that's where a lot of like rise in depression and stuff like that comes about, rise in anxiety, you know, people stuck in their cooped up in their homes, not being able to do anything, not being able to be social and stuff like that. So you're stuck to face your fucking demons.
Yep.
So fucking do it.
Right.
It's tough. I'm like, like again, I did tell you that I'm going to be very blunt today with what
That's
we're
fine,
talking
man.
about.
Just do it.
But, you know, if I'm pissing people off about it, it's sorry. Like, it's the fucking cold hard truth about it, where you can't go anywhere now. You can't go out to drink your problems away. You can't go out to club your problems away. You're forced to stay inside, look at yourself in the mirror, look at what brings you down, the negatives in your side, inside of yourself, the evil that you have inside of yourself. Look at it, talk to it, and just be like, look, I control my fucking life, not you, not the evil emotions and all that shit. I control what I do. Because we have feelings of wanting revenge and shit. We have feelings of wanting to do an eye for an eye kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We have those feelings, all of us. Mm-hmm. You know, if someone wrongs us, we want to wrong them back, kind of thing. And it's, man, I see that shit all over the place, honestly, with all the riots and whatnot. Eye for an eye kind of shit.
Right.
I've seen evil in people. I've seen good people turn cruel. I've seen pure hearts turn blackened. I've seen good people turn bad. So it's mainly because they don't recognize those evil tendencies of themselves, because they fool themselves into thinking an eye for an eye is the right thing to do.
Right.
Because an eye for an eye would eventually leave the village blind. Not my quote. I don't know who said that, but
take it.
But it's so fucking true, man.
Yeah.
It's so fucking true, where it's like, revenge is not the fucking way. Getting back at someone's not the fucking way. And it's hard to accept, because younger me would have been like, fuck that motherfucker. You know, why did he cut me off or whatever? And I'm on a motorcycle, so a lot of motherfuckers cut me off.
Yeah, I imagine a motorcycle's worse, man. Because
they don't give a fuck about us.
State already. Like, you're already at a heightened state. Yeah,
any fuck up, I'm dead.
Yeah, so you're maximized. And on top, you got these idiots on their cell phones.
Yeah.
You got everywhere. I see it all the time. And I was one of those idiots, by the way, and I had to stop myself from that. That was a bad habit I had, being on my phone.
Yeah.
I had it for 10 years, being on my phone, driving, and I said, I need to stop this.
Oh, yeah.
Especially kids and oh, yeah. Hey, what are you doing?
Us on a motorcycle, man, we have a huge gripe with that. We see someone on their cell phone, like, this motherfucker.
You want to do Road Rash. You remember that game, Road Rash?
Yeah, I slightly remember that. It was during the Twisted Metal kind of days.
Yeah, you basically get a baseball bat or a chain, fucking break their fucking window and shit. Bash your skull. Anyway.
I mean, it's like that type of shit where I don't just understand the consequences of actions. Understand, if I do this, these are the possibilities, you know?
Yeah.
If I were to get out of my, I'm speaking from like your experience, but in general for people, because you're not the only one that would do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if someone were to like get out of their car and look for like trouble, look for a fight because like, yo, you cut me off kind of shit, understand that, you know, the possibilities. Yeah. And like your wife said, it's like, he might be packing. He might have been, most likely, and his crew that was with him.
Yep. Or if I kill him, I'm fucking going to jail.
Yeah.
Whether I punch him the fuck up and then his other boy wants to come and I punch him the fuck up, one of them dies because their head's going to hit the concrete, or I choke them the fuck out.
The side of the car, they hit their head on the side of the car.
Whatever.
You know, a lot of shit can happen.
Now I'm losing my family anyway. So I either get shot, lose my family because I'm dead, and now they're suffering, or I get locked up now because I killed somebody. So
Yeah.
it's like all that. Now,
Yeah.
Now the whole point I brought that up is because I didn't just get over it, of course. The
Right.
next day, today, this is the next day. This is, what's today? Monday.
The 30th.
Okay. So yesterday that happened. My amazing experience was on Saturday. Sunday was a shitty. It didn't ruin my day because that was just an experience. Like, oh, okay. So this now that thought was like this swimming in my head, like a piranha,
Mm-hmm.
like bit me like fuck, I could have died,
Mm-hmm.
and then random doing whatever, fuck. It just kept coming today, and it's still here. You know, I sit with it. I learn. What do I learn from this experience rather than no, or oh man, I'm so fucking stupid. I can't believe I did that. Oh my god, I'm pathetic. Oh my god, like instead of doing either or, I sit with it, understand it. You know, that's what meditation. That's what I learned from meditation, is learning how to sit with your thoughts, evil or good, whatever kind of thought. Doesn't matter. Anything is a thought. Whether you're imagining something, you see the ocean, or you see the sun, or you see whatever. It's always something you'll see when you meditate, and then you sit with it. You have to either accept that it's going to disappear like a cloud, or you can learn from it. And what is this? You know. Anyway,
Right.
I wanted to say that because that is a valuable lesson for anybody else who is driving. But first of all, get the fuck off your phone while you're driving.
Yeah, please.
Because motorcyclists, what is it? Motorcyclists or bikers?
Motorcyclist is fine. Biker is fine.
Bikers are out there. Bikers in general, cyclists, all the bikers are out there. And there's other cars too. And they're probably not paying attention. And you have to pay attention for them because
hey man,
that's
some cyclists are assholes, man. The bicyclists.
oh, dude, all right. Quick story with that. There was a dude riding his bike, and then no, I'm confusing two different stories. There was a pedestrian walking, and then there was a cyclist. But anyway, both situations, the pedestrian was crossing the street, and the cyclist was crossing the stop sign, whatever.
Yeah.
The cyclist did a dick move and didn't stop.
They never stop, man.
And I forget what happened exactly, but the car was turning. The cyclist did not pay attention to the car. And then the car had to stop. Oh, shit. And then the cyclist said, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? You don't see me? Dude, what are you doing? Yeah. You're supposed to fucking stop, you asshole. What, you think it's special?
Yeah.
So talking about that, you're talking about being blunt. I'm the fucking blunt motherfucker. Like, I fucking can't stand cyclists. Like, they annoy the fuck out of me.
Listen, I'm on a motorcycle, and I feel the same way.
Yeah, motorcycles I respect because they have so much different than the cyclists. These motherfuckers are like, they're so. I get it. A part of me gets. I understand it because there are dickheads out there that cut them off, and there's a couple of stories I've seen that people got hit by a car because.
Yeah. Like, if you're a cyclist that does the right thing and obey the rules, then
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about the assholes that don't fucking stop.
Or those the what do you call it? The bike lane.
Yeah.
And then it has an arrow pointing that way, and then the other side's pointing the other way.
Yeah.
I fucking hate cyclists that fucking come this way on that.
It throws you off.
It throws me off because I'm coming out to look my left because I'm turning right, and I'm supposed to. I this is a true story. That's probably what I'm thinking about too. It's probably me. That's probably what it was. I was about to turn. I'm waiting for the cars, boom, and then as soon as I'm about to go, there's a fucking bike. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Why are you on this side of the lane, you fuckhead?
Where the fuck you came from?
Go on the side where you're supposed to go with the traffic, you fuck.
Especially if they're wearing like all dark clothes at night and shit, and you can't even fucking see them. They don't have headlights.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have a little light, but it's just like you barely notice it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll calm down, but that was a rant because that shit, man, it's fucking nothing but that.
It's like, people don't think I'm like a angry person. It's like I can get annoyed here and there and pissed off here and there, but it's how I decide how I react.
Yeah.
Shows that. So
yeah.
I almost all the time I always react in a calm way. But like I hear what you're saying and I agree. Like it's I feel the same shit.
Yeah. We're all human, man. That's why it's like these people, we can get into this conversation about people being sensitive. I'm a sensitive motherfucker, and you know me, David. Like you know me. I remember the one time. I don't know if I brought this up before.
Are you talking about Jack Jones?
Yeah, remember
Somewhere along the lines
some
of
of the lines
filming?
when I got yelled at because I was an asshole basically as an assistant director.
No, I mean, I was seeing how things was transpiring, where it was like hard to just even start shooting,
Yeah,
and you
because I
just
was
need.
getting annoyed because I was like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to like work and we're
yeah,
here like fucking around. Like we can have
yeah.
fun, let's have fun, but
It's tough, you know, when you're like we're all just having fun, but then I saw like, because I'm always the outside eye looking in, and it's just like, yo, we need to just get this shit done, like.
yeah, dude, it's my time. Like it's just not free. So
Yeah,
my focus was like when the filmmaking stuff is like my focus is my focus. I'm trying to get
yeah.
this shit done. Let's have fun.
Especially when it's like it takes a long time to just even get started, to get
Yes.
everybody get together and like have a day where we're all free and start
Yep.
shooting.
And ironically, that's what the assistant director's job is to get everybody, let's go. We're on a schedule. We got to do this now.
Yeah.
But the way I did it, I don't know. I can't go back. My memory's fucked up, but I got yelled at for being too, I got called hypersensitive, basically, because, and then,
Well, that's just your anxiety getting the best of you, where it's like clock is ticking, you know, we need to get this done.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was more of like me just fucking I just wanted to get it done because I was like, what are we doing? Anyway.
We're fucking human, man.
Yeah, long story short, yeah, we're human beings and we're all learning about what we have to do to take care of ourselves and everything that we do, whether if we are reacting or you're reacting with calm, you're not responding with your emotion.
Yeah.
There's all of that shit that you got to learn about yourself, man.
Right.
I didn't know any of that.
Honestly, Hollywood's probably a lot worse than what we had to do.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I worked with a couple, not Hollywood, but Philly and New York, seeing their production and see how it takes like fucking 3 hours to do one fucking shot.
Right.
Like, why are we? What are we doing? And there were a lot like they're the cinematographers doing whatever. They're measuring shit, super precise shit. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, us is like simple. We just put light here, light there, and we can just start recording.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done, man.
Anyway, with that, I wanted to talk about sensitivity stuff because I feel like I know, I'm pretty sure you agree with me. I'm just assuming, but we're getting soft as a
society.
As a society because of
soft motherfuckers out there. I'll tell you that.
Becoming softy ice cream, you know, like Mr. Softy, whatever. I was trying to joke, but that came out wrong.
It's fucking participation trophies, man.
Yeah, the participation trophies, the whatever, the let me have my safe space, and then don't say this and don't say that, and stop my feelings, oh my anxiety, this. It's like people are running away from everything we just talked about, and that's what kills me because, you know, I learned this about myself recently. Why I do what I do, as in when I'm doing comedy, I'm trying to poke fun at people because of the sensitivity that they have with the sensitivity. They're sensitive with being sensitive.
It fucking hits comedy hard where it's like you can't even tell a joke anymore. Yeah.
And I'm not that person where I'm gonna allow that to stop me from laughing at shit. You know, because I think laughter, like you, and I know you agree with this, laughter is like one of the best medicines to have.
Yeah.
It's why we laugh to, you know, there's a scientific explanation on why we laugh, blah, blah. We're nervous and we're blah, blah, blah. But what I'm trying to say is we all need to fucking laugh more. We all need to play more. We need to take life a little less serious. We need to be a little less with our feelings, understand our feelings, and take care of it. You said it earlier, a lot of people coming up with excuses. And this is why it bums me out, because I see a lot of people that I know that are infected. I call it the Facebook virus or the social media virus, where they're getting more sensitive and more soft. They're not like, when I'm not trying to call anybody out, but there's like, I had a conversation with someone about being a man or something, and I'm not saying men, you gotta be macho, you gotta do this, be super tough.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's like, this ain't about being a man. This is about just having tough skin. Like, I've seen strong women, I've seen strong men, mental fortitude. They just know how to handle their shit.
Yeah.
You know?
there's so many ways of saying that. David Goggins, you know David Goggins, right?
David Goggins, the toughest man on the planet.
Yeah, I love his quote or his way of looking at it. He says you need to class your mind. You know, you get calluses on your hands when you lift up the weights and all that.
Right.
Classing your fucking mind, man. That's what you need to do. Because we're classing our body, like toughening our skin. But you need to class this too.
Yeah.
How do you do that? You deal with the
bullshit.
You deal with
the challenges.
The challenges, your anxiety, the problems you're facing. You don't run away from them. You don't hide them under a fucking box and say, this is my safe space. I need to make sure I stay away from it because everyone's offending me. And my heart feelings, you know, like that.
Feelings.
Me as a kind-hearted, compassionate person, like I genuinely want to help.
Yeah.
And I want to do that in two ways, through this podcast or through comedy. So comedy is like the hard medicine. It's that shot of liquor where you're like, oh, fuck, that was, you know, whatever. Like it's hard, but it's like true, you know, you're drinking that hard shot. Like it's true. You drank it. Now you felt it. And it was like, it was good. But when you, what everyone wants to drink is, I don't know, a fucking strawberry milkshake.
Talking about like the softest drink you can
get.
get.
The softest drink you can get, a strawberry milkshake with cherry on top, whipped cream. You know what I mean?
Drink
like,
something that puts hair on your chest, man.
Not protein shake. No, not a protein shake. We're not talking about protein, that milkshake. No. But
come on, I'll drink whiskey with protein shakes. I don't give a damn.
You drink that whiskey shot.
Get this protein shake, man. I don't give a damn.
And you grow some hair in your chest, as they say, right? But I call it, and that's why I do my comedy. I don't know if you notice what I do with the Pablo P thing.
I haven't seen your comedy yet. Do you show it on like Facebook or something? Or
yeah, it probably doesn't come up because it's YouTube and Facebook doesn't.
The algorithm.
Yes, algorithm. You're right. Talking about that? Do you know about the algorithm stuff? You know how Facebook run? You know how they run their algorithm and shit?
Man.
Did you watch The Social Dilemma?
I saw the big tech talk at Senate.
And did you watch The Social Dilemma as well?
I might know what you're talking
on Netflix.
about. No, I didn't watch that.
It's basically a lot of creators of social media like Google and Facebook, everything that...
It's selective catering, really. They're selectively choosing what goes up more.
So, yeah. So what they're doing is, let's say this pen is a person, right? They're getting this pen, and I don't have another pen to show an example, but let's pretend this finger is a pen. What they're doing is creating a copy of that pen. And what they're doing is trying to create you. Like the algorithms are trying to create you. They're trying to get to know you better so that eventually you are in the fucking matrix, so to speak. And now you're that pen in Facebook. So it flips you, reverses. Now you're inside Facebook. Now you're addicted. And this is you. They're trying to create, I forget what they call it, avatars of you inside Facebook so that you have your safe space. Now they're doing community guidelines so that everything in your reality is Facebook's reality. Facebook's reality becomes your reality.
And they want you integrated into their system.
They want you integrated into the system. They want you to be, and this is not facts. This is me conceptualizing everything and thinking, oh, I see what they're doing. They're just trying to create AI, artificial intelligence out of these things that people are doing. We're giving up all of our likes and our information.
They want your personality.
They want your personality.
They can't sell you, but they can sell what you bring out as a personality.
What you like, what you dislike, what you get angry at, what you react to, your anxiety, your offensive, everything's offensive. I'm going to block this person. Oh, you like Donald Trump? Oh, blocked. Oh, you like Donald Trump? Unfriend me. Yeah, whoever likes Donald Trump, unfriend me.
Yeah, right.
I did a whole rant with that because I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not I don't care, but I'm also not a Biden supporter. I'm also not a political.
We're moderate.
We're moderate. I'm not I'm not into the politics. I see what I've learned enough with politics to say, I'm staying over here. Okay, I'm just gonna
it's fair.
I'm gonna live my fucking life.
Hey man, silence is violence, buddy.
Silence is like, that's another thing too. Silence is a balance with that too. The silence is violence, silence is gold, and all that shit. But it's like, I'll stay silent with some things, whatever. But I'm also gonna fucking raise my voice.
Yeah.
Like this
If
podcast.
you see wrong that's being done, you want to give your 2 cents about it. And as much as like it is a constitutional right to have free speech and you're allowed to say whatever, it's also your right to not say anything
Right.
and to just not want to be part of anything. It's
Right.
your right.
It's your right to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
My business.
And you know what? I mind my own business and I stay out of everyone's way.
And that's something I have to learn still. I don't shut the fuck up sometimes. Like I just did a recent post. I forgot what I said, but it was I don't know if you know who Awaken with JP is. He's a comedian. He's like a
Jordan Peterson.
No, Awaken with JP. No, I don't know his actual fucking name actually. It's not Jordan Peterson though. It's
Yeah, okay.
He's a white dude. He has like red long hair.
No, then I don't know him. No.
Yeah. He does like funny videos, but like with sarcasm. He's making like he's a meditating dude. That's why he calls Awaken. He's very spiritual. He's actually way spiritual, more than me. But
is that why you asked me if I was like religious that one time?
I think so. I think that's why I asked. But anyway, he does his thing in an opposite direction now. Like he used to try to help people, and then he said, you know what, comedy. And then boom, now he makes fun of people, but he's trying to tell you to take care of yourself because this is not the way. So anyway, I shared that, and then I shared Dr. Rhonda Fitzpatrick's tweet, and it talked about vitamin D. Vitamin D, it helps you, your immune system. It helps you tackle COVID-19, so to speak.
Yeah.
And
I don't know why no one ever talks about that.
No one wants to talk about it because why? Why?
Why?
What do you think? Why do you think nobody wants to talk about it?
Because they want you to be scared.
Because what's this? Facebook created that for you, man. They got you talking about wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask, motherfucker. Stay safe, stay healthy. Now what is it? You
go outside, you're gonna fucking die, man.
Yeah, it's crazy when you go outside. I don't like to judge people, and I tell my wife, and I tell myself, I need to stop judging people. I don't want to judge anymore because it's that.
Don't
it's
do
negative.
it, man.
It's negative.
Don't do it.
But I do it, and no. This is what I do. This is what I do with that. I still judge people, but I don't do it in a way where I'm going up to them and saying, "Take off your fucking mask, you idiot. You're outside. Smell the breath. Smell the air." And what I do is I take that energy, right? That judgmental energy, and then I say, "Oh, comedy. Make fun of it. Make light of it. Do something that teaches people. Talk about it in a comedic way so that maybe people can like laugh at themselves. Maybe try to learn how to do that." And I'm still learning because sometimes I get too offensive where there's no, like.
You're in the realms of comedy. You're gonna have to feel it out. It changes constantly.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's no right or wrong way, but there's a way to understand it. Blah blah blah.
Depends on what's acceptable at this point, man.
Yeah, I feel like even me talking shit about wearing masks is not acceptable at all. But some people get it. Like you get what I'm doing, what I'm saying when I say fuck masks.
Yeah,
like,
fuck it.
I'm not saying don't wear a mask. I'm not saying I'm an anti-masker. Oh, it's not real. It's not happening. No, I'm saying the mask are one part of the whole problem, your whole body. Your immune system, for example, your mental health, for example. The mask is doing one little thing that it's called false sense of security. It's giving you that false sense of security, making you believe that COVID-19 is never going to happen to you. And your fear and anxiety, wear a mask all the time while I'm jogging, while I'm cycling. I've seen a couple of cyclists wearing fucking masks. Whatever.
Yeah, but I wanted to add into that before people start like misinterpreting what we're talking about.
What?
Because I know some people wear it for that reason, to protect themselves, and there's also that other reason, which I do agree to a certain extent, that wearing it to prevent you from spreading the germs or whatever shit to another person. You wear it for the sake of other people.
Right.
We want to just make that clear. It's like we get that too.
No, I get that. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I forget about that, but true.
No, I'm just covering us both.
No, you're good. You're being a devil's advocate. I need that. Because sometimes I get too carried away with my my points.
It is
But
what
I
it
get
is.
that. I understand. You're not trying to get your fellow man sick too.
And like, yeah, and that's exactly what I do it for, because I understand people are losing their shit and they're scared for their fucking lives. So I
Right.
wear it to give them that sense of security.
Right.
'Cause I'm healthy. My immune system is fine, and even if I catch it, I'll get over it.
Right.
I'm fine.
And
But I wear it to just give more other people security.
I'll give you an example of how I'm compassionate with the mask thing. Where my friend, he's about to be 50. You know, he has asthma. I don't know if he has asthma. He has respiratory issues. In a way.
Pre-existing condition.
Pre-existing conditions. Conditions. Jesus Christ. I won't go to his house. I won't. And if I do, I'll wear a fucking mask if I have to because he's not comfortable. Right? I respect him.
That's fine.
I'll wear a mask for you, man. It's fine.
Yeah.
But all these other human beings that I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know you. Just stay away from me. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from me. 6 feet distance. Oh, it's not a thing anymore. No one's saying that anymore. Everyone's like, nope, it's not even 6 feet anymore. It's you gotta wear a mask all the time because you got David, you need to be compassionate and wear a mask for others. Not for you, you asshole. It's for others. So if you get COVID, you could be what is it called? Asymptomatic.
Asymptomatic, and you carry it and spread it.
Which I think is bullshit, in my opinion.
Man, I feel like a lot of shit is bullshit.
Asymptomatic. Like, let me tell you why I think it's bullshit. Jocko Willing tested positive for COVID-19. He found out, and then he also found out he's asymptomatic basically because he's healthy as a brick. I don't know why I said brick, but that's the word that came up in my mind. But Jocko Willing, he's fucking tough. He's healthy. He's a U.S. Navy SEAL. He's fucking old. I don't know how old he is exactly, but he's got to be over 50. And I would imagine he would, have some trouble because Maynard James Keenan caught COVID-19. I don't know if you know who he is.
No, I don't know.
Tool. He's a singer for Tool.
Mm-hmm.
He is saying, yeah, it's fucking me up. So it's different for everybody, right? It's like asymptomatic thing is like, oh, now you have it, and it's like, okay, I have it. So now what? What do I do? Do I always have to wear a mask now? Do I have to stay away from people because I might just give it to them, even if it's a month later? Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I don't know. It's just because he tested positive. I think these tests too are inaccurate. By the way.
Well, because I don't know if you know of Elon Musk.
I saw that. Go ahead.
Where he tested positive twice and he tested negative twice in a span of 4 hours.
Right.
Doing the same testing because he wanted to see and check on the accuracy of it. And then I think there was a reply to that where it's like, well, I mean, it's 60% accurate with these fast, quick-paced testings and all that shit. And then why the fuck are we using it?
Right.
Why the fuck are we?
Why are we trusting it? Why are we
trusting it?
We're trusting it, and then we're adding the numbers,
and then the statistics get skewed because of it.
Yeah.
So then, where's the truth in that?
Exactly. So, I don't want to get too what is the word? Conspiratorial, whatever.
I don't think it's even conspiracy theories anymore.
Yeah. See, but it's just devil's advocate. That's why I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, I get it though. It's like because people don't really believe in it yet.
This is science. Where you're playing with science. Are you scientists? We're not scientists.
Yeah, no,
we're not doctors.
We're not doctors. It's kind of common sense though. It's just like if someone tested positive and negative twice each time for the same test in a span of 4 hours, doesn't that raise a few alarms?
Yeah, but guess what? Elon Musk is a bad person, David. So how dare you bring him up?
Oh yeah, we can't trust anything he says, right?
You can't trust him. He's a bad person. He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
How dare you bring him up?
We can trust everything we hear on Facebook, Twitter, social media, and like everything on CNN and all that other shit. We can believe everything they tell us.
Yeah, it's another situation I had talking to someone else that Elon Musk is a bad person. I said, oh, what did he do? I was curious. I was genuinely curious. I said, I'm genuinely curious. I would like to know what did he do that was bad? Because I got 6 hours of listening to him on Joe Rogan and Lex Friedman podcast.
Yeah, so you saw that.
I get to hear him speak, and I get to
it's a thing that
even if he's fake, I still hear it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's a thing that not a lot of people accept nowadays. It's like word of mouth from the actual person being accused.
Right.
Why can't we listen to the person people are telling you to hate?
Right.
You know, it's all word of mouth bullshit. But when you hear it from the person themselves, you're like, oh, well, shit.
Like,
Well, that makes sense.
And here's another one: Donald Trump. Right.
Yeah.
The political nonsense. Everybody talking about politics. It's like the Super Bowl coming up. Oh my God, you better vote Biden. No Trump supporters. No. Or else we're fucked. Blah, blah, anxiety. Everything's high. We're going to die. Anyway, I saw a couple posts that was dissing Trump and said, oh, he said this. He said this. I can't believe he said this. And it was like the small little quote. Okay. So I click on the little box and then I see who it's Washington Post or it's whatever. Okay. You know, I'm reluctant to trust any media these days because you don't know. BBC I saw recently, it was like the only thing I could trust in a sense, where at least they weren't being biased.
Yeah,
but
somewhat.
It was a while ago. I can't remember exactly. Supposedly he said that the dead troops, he said, oh, they're fucking weak. I don't know if you remember hearing about that. He said that he said he didn't go to the cemetery. He didn't go to the cemetery where the troops have fallen because they are weak.
Was that recent?
It happened in August or September, something like that. Anyway,
I saw the one where it was Veterans Day and he went to stand and pay tribute, but that's the only one I saw.
That's veteran. Yeah, that's after. That was something else.
That's after.
See, no one talks about that. No one talks about that. But
no one mentions that.
They want to talk about what he said, and I can't remember the exact quote, but they basically skewed it into what they wanted the media. The media wanted the people to react. These avatars, Facebook people who are manipulated, who are being duped, people who are being brainwashed to thinking one way. This is the right way. This is the only way you can think. And they're all trying to plant that virus into you and me and whoever else is trying to be a free thinker.
It ain't gonna work on us.
No, never. That's why I have comedy. That's why I have everything I do, and I just go about my business. Anyway, I listened to it, and I was like, oh, of course they took the shit out of context. You listen to the whole fucking thing, he said what he said, but when you listen to the whole thing, he meant something entirely different than what was quoted. And I said, and I commented on that post, I said, did you actually listen to the whole thing? I'm like,
oh, man, don't do that, bro.
Yes. No. Why do I do it? I face the challenges. David.
Listen, it's admirable that you tried to do it, but look.
No, it's not. No, it's not even trying. It's doing it. It's facing the consequences of my actions. It's facing the challenges. We talked about it. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it, David. You don't have to be a bad guy.
Hey, maybe I'll
be the bad guy.
I'll be a bad guy one day. It's just not the time yet.
It's fine. I'll be the bad guy. The time is now. No. You're doing it now. You're making excuses, man. I'll do it tomorrow.
I'm planning. It's precise planning.
Oh, strategy. I get it. Very wise. That's very wise. I'm a fucking just do it. See and learn. Oh, I made a mess. I like Miss Frizzle's quote. Take chances, get messy, make mistakes.
And that's fine. You're doing what you believe is the right thing to do in your sense.
Right.
And that's fine.
I'm just living, man.
That's fine, man.
Living in this simulation, man. Just experiencing life. Except for getting shot. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to die.
Well, that I can't agree with. Come on, Will, man.
That was a terrible mistake, and that I won't do it again. I won't. Right. I promised myself. I can't do it again.
You got a family, man.
I don't want to die. No, not like that. Right. I don't want to die by getting shot.
Man.
I don't want to be in First 48. All right, First 48. I don't want my wife watching First 48 and seeing me there in our blue car. And shit.
You don't want to be a statistic, man. Come on.
See, and that's the thing too. And I'd rather be not that I would rather get shot, but the COVID statistics. Oh, I'm scared of COVID. It's like I'm scared of people.
Yeah,
like I'm
gun violence, gang violence, and all this shit. People die of so many other bullshit out there, and like you're believing statistics that's not even correct or accurate.
It's like they maximize the statistics level so that again it creates that fear. We got to get another lockdown. Number 2, got to happen because the statistics is growing up. COVID cases are rising. because these tests that we trust aren't even a fucking effective 100%. They're 60% effective.
Right.
Oh, it's just like a what is it? I forget somebody. I think I don't know if you read the same shit that I read, the tweets on the Elon Musk post, but she said it's just like the HIV test or some shit. Not accurate.
It's
Shut
not.
the fuck up. What are you talking about, lady? I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it's like the thing about that, it's when Elon Musk posts that and people already had like information sent to them about how hospital nurses were told to classify cases as COVID, even though it wasn't.
Right.
You know, this COVID death, even though they died of something else, but let's just say they have COVID. It's all right. This is leaning into conspiracy, but when you have hearsays of like stuff like that alongside with what Elon Musk say is like, well, shit, is it even accurate? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when you have like a lot of rumors like that, piling them all on together, it's just like, who can we even trust? You know?
Yeah. And
when you have Dr. Fauci saying mask on, and then next thing you know he says mask off because there's more bacteria in the mask anyways. You know, flip-flopping that back and forth. So it's like, well, are we supposed to wear a mask or not? Like, make up your fucking mind.
Meanwhile, this is not. Look the shit up yourself, everybody. Anything we talk about, by the way, I always stress this because I do this for myself and I do this for you and everybody. Mm-hmm. Look up the shit yourself. Don't Google it. Use something else because Google is manipulating the shit too. Or if you Google it, understand where your sources are coming from. Mm-hmm. I would rather look up Google Scholar. I forget what you call it, but you look up those because you actually see science, the actual journals that they use, and it's hard shit to read those, but it's there's information out there for us to read, and we need to dig for it, right? Do your own research. I got yelled at to do my own research about Elon Musk because that's what I was gonna bring up, and I got really mad. I was like, dude, you know, we're cool. Like you could just send me the link or something so I can read it, so I can see what you're talking about.
Right.
You know, what you're saying is what you're saying. You want me to research it myself? That's a needle in a haystack you're talking about, buddy. Or that's way beyond a needle in a haystack.
I mean, if they're going to Google something, and let's just use Elon Musk, for example. If they have a gripe with him and have some negative stigma against him, listen to him in his own words of what he thinks about things. Like, if you are curious of his opinion on COVID, then look, he has video of that, of interviews that he spoke about that with Joe Rogan and other people, other reporters. He has that out there.
How dare you say that, David? You can't make sense and tell people to do stuff like that.
But here's the problem. It's just like, imagine you had two friends arguing and you're like the third guy, you know, in the middle watching everything happening. You had two friends fighting each other, right? Arguing back and forth and saying you're an asshole, no, you're the prick and all that, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like you owe it to each person to describe their point of view. You don't just listen to one person and just go with that story. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, Will, come on, man. Like, that motherfucker, like, you just got chill with me, man. Yo, get fucking, man. Like, leave him to the side and shit. Like, we don't need to chill with him no more kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's fucked up, you know? And you don't give the other person a chance to explain themselves. And I think that's kind of what's happened. Well, it's probably exactly what's happening with today's
everything
politics and society.
That's everybody. That's everything.
It's all word of mouth that you should hate this person, but you don't bother to hear the other person. Why are you fucking listening to him? Like, listen to me. Like, he's a fuck up.
Yeah. Someone, this is a recent thing. I said something. I don't know what. I don't remember what I said. I said something joking, and this person got really mad at me, and said that that I need to stop what I'm doing. I'm being an asshole. And they told this other person that told me. And I'm like, I can't help what I post, man. If you don't like what I post, you can unfriend me. I don't care. I'm not attached to anybody that doesn't like what I say. Do you understand me? Are you talking to me personally? Do you want to have a conversation? Like the way me and you have a conversation? Come on my podcast and we can have a conversation, or I could talk to you through the phone if you really want to judge me in that way. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to waste my time worrying about other people.
We're judging people when we don't know them. We're basing it based off of articles and or what we read or what he said or what she said instead of knowing. We don't know these people. I don't know Joe Rogan as much as I listen to Joe Rogan a lot, man. I know him from the back of my mind. Every time he repeats himself, I'm like, there's a story again. I already know the story, but it's like
Joe Rogan.
I still don't know him.
Yeah, and honestly, watching Joe Rogan is one of the reasons why I'm a moderate.
Right.
Because he wants to try to stay in the middle and hear both sides of the story.
And I think that's important, man. To be moderate is that balance of, that constant balance. Keep being moderate. Keep being moderate.
Yeah.
I said. Go ahead.
It's like a majority of people I know in the city, majority of like friends and family are liberal, are very democratic voting, all that. But I do have a good amount of conservative friends as well,
right?
And conservative people that I talk to and listen to. So I listen to both sides, and they're both good people. But they're also like bad people on both sides. So I get that. But to generalize this whole like stigma of like, if you're a conservative, you're fucking racist. Like, since when? Since when? You know what I mean? And some conservatives don't even like Trump, but they're conservative regardless.
Right.
And when you talk to them and listen to their side of the story, they're normal people like you and I.
The problem with people is that okay, so we got tribalism, right? Mm-hmm. We naturally want to form a tribe. We naturally want to be a part of a group. The problem with that is that some people get too extreme, right? So you got the extreme left and extreme right. Those are the people that make all the noise. The people who are just left, like, or the people who are just right, they're not extreme. They're just like, hey, I'm just liberal. They're probably moderate. They're probably center left or center right.
Yeah.
The thing is, I like the conservative nature of things where we want to keep what ain't broke. We don't fucking get rid of it if it ain't broke. You know what I mean?
Right.
I forget that quote, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, motherfucker.
Yeah, but we also want to progress. So there's nothing wrong with being a progressive either. Mm-hmm. This is why it's moderate. This is why we like both. It's that good and evil. I like good and evil. Not that conservatives are evil.
Yeah, I don't think you want to use that analogy of good and evil with
No. I'm just trying to say good and evil, positive, negative.
Yeah.
I'm not saying conservatives are negative. I'm saying there's two sides of the same coin. Mm-hmm. It's the coin. The coin is everything. That's how I look at everything in life. Mm-hmm. Like anger. Somebody would say that's evil. No, anger. There's a positive nature of anger. It's supposed to help protect you. Anger is supposed to protect you. When you're angry, this goes back to our way back when we were cavemen, whatever, blah blah. Yeah. Like when you're angry, you're building up the fear and whatever because you don't have control of something.
It's you want to kill. Mechanism,
yeah, exactly. Anger is not necessarily an evil thing only. It's both. It's evil and good. The thing is, you have to open your mind to it. What it is I'm talking about when I say there's two sides of that same coin.
Yeah.
I lost my point, but overall, I like conservatives. I like progressives, but the people who are extreme left,
the extreme
right, the extreme right are the ones that are like, no. We're none of these liberals. We gotta get rid of all these people, softies, and that's why I'm saying. Like I can joke around or I really mean it that we're getting soft, but I am saying it because we're getting too extreme with the left. Mm-hmm. I am a liberal. I am a Democrat. I don't care about being a Democrat, but I'm a person who wants to spread compassion and let's progress in life. Let's do better. Let's treat each other better. Let's open arms and blah blah. But there's a balance to that though, man. Not everybody wants to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like not everybody wants to open their arms to you. Like some people just want to live and let live, right? Mm-hmm. They just want to do what they got to do. Okay, go ahead, do your thing, boy. It's fine. No pressure. Like me, I'm that person, which is funny as shit. I want to spread all my love to all these people that are dealing with their suffering.
Right.
So sometimes I end my posts with, may you be free from suffering, may you be happy. I really mean that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But some people look at me like, what? You don't mean that shit. You're an asshole because your comedy shit, you're telling me all I need is BK. Do you know what I mean when I say all you need is BK? Or are you just assuming because I'm a dick? Because my stand up, not my stand up, my way of doing comedy is at your face. It's completely fucking blunt. It's the blunt of blunt, whatever. It's not like, nah, shit. My wife is way more blunt than me. If you listen to our podcast, me and my wife, she is way more blunt than I am. I'm the one that's like a little softy compared to her.
Oh, that's saying something.
I wear the pants in this house though, so no, I don't.
All right, yeah,
I'm lying.
I get it.
But no, seriously though, there's a fine balance with everything, dude, and you just have to tweak, turn that knob. Okay, that's a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme left, too fucking much, man, too fucking much. You want censorship. You don't want me to say the word retard. What? You want me to say something else? What do you want me to say? Like we're losing touch with words now. I can't say the N word because saying the N word is bad. Mm-hmm. And I can't say I'm saying N word. I'm not talking about nigger. That's context, people. I can say nigger, the word. They're saying that, and then there's the N word. Right? I can't say that one either now. It's like, you can't say the N word. The fuck are we talking about? Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to say nothing? Oh, happy Thanksgiving. Nope, you can't say that. You got to say happy Indigenous People Day. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not having Thanksgiving. I'm having Friendsgiving. Yeah. What else do you want me to change in my dialogue? Please tell me everything you want to control me with. The extreme left, man, we're fucking going completely chaotic, and it's like I'm walking on the eggshells now with everything, and I'm like stomping on them because I don't give a fuck anymore at this point.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, did I offend you? Do you need some BK? Because when you have BK, it burns you, and then it's temporary, and then you realize, oh, it's not a big deal. You move the fuck on with your life.
Yeah,
sorry, complete rant, but.
No, it's fine.
Take it however you want to take
it. It provides a good context because, like, for me, I'm at a point in my life where I know the most important people in my life right now. Like, I know who will be with me regardless of what I say and what I do, as long as they know that I'm doing it for what I believe is the right thing to do. You know what I mean? So if I piss people off with things I say or do, then fuck them, you know? Because I'm at a point where I know exactly my group, my circle of people that I can trust and that they trust me. And it's a mutual circle of respect.
Right.
If someone else that I know of don't respect what I say, then fuck it. But it's not like for my instance, if they hate me, I'm not going to send that back to them. Like,
yeah, you're not gonna hate them,
because that's just who I am. So, because it's like if they hate me, then fuck it. You know, you have a wonderful life. I hope you have a great day. You know, see you later, whatever, or never.
Right. So, and that brings. I think this is where we ended it with that before it cut off. The person that talked about me hates me, obviously, or not hates me, but. Just really didn't like what I said, and then I don't know if they blocked me. I don't know. I don't care. My thing is like I look at that, and instead of me yelling at her or whatever and saying, how dare you fucking get mad at me for a joke that I did, and like whatever. Instead of me doing that, I'm like, oh, she just doesn't understand me. And I told this person, I said, let her know that whenever she wants to talk, she could talk to me, and so she can understand where I'm coming from. But if she doesn't want to do that, I'm fine with that too. I don't care. I forget what it was something recently I did that I asked them if they were okay with something, and they said no. I was like, okay, that's fine. I think I did with you too, like recently. But regardless, it's like if you're not comfortable with something, that's fine. I'm not gonna pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. Meditation. Oh, you don't like meditation? Oh, it's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
You don't want to learn about yourself with meditation? It's fine. You'll figure out your own way.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
You don't need to meditate the way I do it. It's fine.
Yeah, everyone's entitled to live their lives the way they want to, as long as they don't fuck up anyone else's life.
Yeah. Now, this is where, and that right there is what we're doing is being moderate. We're not like, you need to do this, David.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need to stop being offensive and stop saying this because you're a dick. And that's
Uh-huh.
being racist and a bigot and a fucking whatever, all those fucking words that they want to put out there and claim
it.
you as.
I have people that knows me for who I am. I don't care about
You have
anyone else's
you
opinion.
that knows who you are too, right?
And I am aware of who I am.
Yeah. And
Because
that's
I face my demons, I face my problems.
right.
You know, I've had, shit that I had to overcome, and I am fully aware of what kind of person I am.
Right. Do
'Cause,
you sorry, go ahead.
Because, it's like a lot of people have like an identity crisis where they don't even know who they are.
Right.
And there's a quote by Malcolm X. It's like, and I put this on my stories. My stories are always fucking inspirational.
Yeah.
I always try to do that. But one of Malcolm X's quote is, if a man stands for nothing, he'll fall for anything.
Mm.
I know what I stand for,
Right. Right.
So
And
I know
you
who
think
I
you
am.
sit on that, people. You sit on that.
Mm-hmm.
Man stands for nothing.
Will
Right.
fall for anything.
Hold on. Gotta write that down.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down, people. Write that down. Malcolm X
Sit with it. Man stands for nothing.
will fall for anything.
Right. Because that is a valuable. That's I think that's an aphorism.
Everyone, and you hear from everyone, like, how you doing? How's your day? I'm just flowing. I'm just going with whatever. The usual. Day by day. I'm just taking it day by day. They're just flowing. They're going with the flow kind of thing. Yeah. And all of a sudden they get political. You were never into this before. So you're forced to believe in whatever they feed you, man.
Yeah, it's the avatar shit, man. Like you were never political, you were never PC, you were never this, and then all of a sudden you're everything that Facebook or whatever social media it is. They want you to be that way because you see your own reality.
Before that, you didn't even
or that reality, their reality.
You didn't even take a strong stance on anything, and all of a sudden, they fed you a few things, and now that's where you fall in.
Let me ask you, how do you find yourself? How did you find yourself? Like, how did
I find myself? I looked in the goddamn mirror, man.
Hey, preach, man. Self-reflection. I talk about that shit all the time. Self-reflection.
Self-reflection, self-validation, self-respect, man. It's something not a lot of people carry because they're afraid of being full of themselves, being afraid of like, oh, I don't want to be like cocky or like arrogant and all that. It's not about that. It's about appreciating who you are. And a lot of people are hard on themselves like me, but to be hard on yourselves and just give up and just accept that you're a failure.
Right. There's that balance of being hard on yourself, moderately. You don't want to be hard on yourself to bring yourself down. You want to be hard on yourself to push yourself forward. Mm-hmm. That's what you're doing.
Because you have to give a fuck about yourself, man. People are fucking amazing. Like, I see people of great potential, great aspirations, great dreams and desires and whatnot, just to like let it go because they're afraid of themselves. Not of the world, not of people, not of, and social media does dictate that in a way too. And it just makes them doubt themselves even more.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because I see a lot of talented people just fall into that category of like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
What's the point? I don't see anything out of it. Fuck, I didn't see anything out of a lot of things that I've done, but I have random hobbies and talents because I dive into curiosity.
Right.
I got a fucking harmonica randomly just cause.
Me too. Well, I didn't get it just because I got it because I was in a play, but I still liked it. It was still cool.
Yeah, it's just doing whatever, just because why not?
Right.
That's actually like an epitome of, well, not, is it epitome? No, maybe. But it's just like
asking the wrong person, man. Not good with vocabulary.
It just kind of fit like everything that I've been doing in the past 2.5 years. Because why not?
Right.
Let's work out because why not?
Right.
Let me open up a dojo in my own basement and workout equipment and all that and start training people because why not?
Exactly.
And then getting a motorcycle because fuck it, why not?
Actually try to answer that question. Why not? That right there, you're saying why not as like a, as an expression, but that's an actual question. You should ask yourself, write that shit down in a journal, whatever, how you would do it.
Yeah.
Why not? Why shouldn't I do this?
Right.
Fucking sit with that, man.
And it touches on something that I've been thinking about lately too. And this could be advice for a lot of people where don't ever feel the need to discuss your plans with anyone.
Well, that's yeah.
Mainly because you discuss it with people that cares about you, loves you, your family and friends and all that are close to you. Unconsciously, they will discourage you because they care. Let's say you have a crazy plan of like you want to do, for example, like what would you have in mind? Like what do you have in mind that you want to do in the future 10 years from now? Yeah.
Oh man, I have a lot. Well, for
just one example,
I definitely want to help other people meditate.
Help me.
I want to guide other people to meditate.
Okay. So then people close to you would be like, well, how are you going to do that? Are you going to buy like a space?
My wife does it to me all the time.
Yeah. And she doesn't mean to.
I know.
None of these people means to, but if you discuss your plan with people, they will tell you few negatives that will discourage you.
Of course.
And then when that happens, it has you second guessing your plan.
Yep.
And then next thing you know, you never do it.
Because you talked about this before. You said the panic equals failure, and being cautious is you're looking for that,
obstacles,
you're looking for a way to surpass those obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and you have not accept failure if you're cautious. It's okay to be cautious.
Yeah. It's fine. And
it's tough because, these are people that are close to you and you will take their word for it.
Yeah.
And good thing I have like a strong will to keep going.
What, because you get that done to you?
All the time, I discuss plans with
David, how dare you? Why would you lift weights? What are you doing? Wasting time, man.
You're gonna injure yourself. You don't have health insurance, man.
Why are you on social media inspiring other people or yourself? It's a waste of time.
And it's just a lot of doubt being spread, and it's not good. Even if the person doesn't see that what they're doing is not good for the person that has the plan.
Right. Don't get on William's podcast. You're gonna mess everything up for yourself. Everyone's gonna judge you now.
Yeah. So it's just like I move in secrecy, man. I move very, very quietly. Like all of the shit that I do is out of nowhere. Like you don't even know, but I just bought a car recently.
Fuck it, why not?
Because why not?
Exactly. That's cool, man.
And then getting the motorcycle out of nowhere and starting to work out of nowhere. It's everything just came out of nowhere, but at the same time came with a plan and purpose.
Right. You're doing you.
Yeah, because I woke up one day and I was like, I want to do this. And I fucking do it.
Right. You fucking do it.
Yeah. Because if you wake up in the morning and you're like telling your sisters or brothers, your mom, your dad, your friends and all that, it's like, hey, I got a good idea. I want to do blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, are you sure? Are you sure you can afford it? Are you sure you have the time to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good idea. And it discourages you.
Yeah, because you're looking for the approval of others. You're looking for, like, you're doing it because you're scared to do it. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, maybe I should ask this person, talk to them about it. Maybe they might give me an answer that can help me do it and motivate me so I could do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's why you do it. We naturally look for other people to help us do what we want to do instead of just doing it. Like this podcast. Yeah. I did the same shit, man. I asked, should I do a podcast? I asked a couple of people. And they're like,
are you sure, man? Are you sure about
who's going to listen to you? Who's it for? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that's true. Maybe I shouldn't do it then. All that shit came to me. And then, of course, I said, fuck it. I don't care if people don't want to listen to me.
There you go.
I'm doing it for me.
You do it for you.
It's fun to do this shit.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And look, we're having a conversation. This is episode 54. Like, it's awesome.
Keep
and I'm going to keep fucking going for as long as whatever whatever, how long I can go until I die. I don't care.
It's like talk to us. People, I don't want to sound like cocky about it or like arrogant about it, but like talk to people like us
That-
who will be willing to listen and give you advice if you need it, or tell you like, yo, I trust you. I trust you have a plan. Yo, just go for it, man. Just fucking go for it. If someone
Yeah.
tells me like their plan and what they want to do, I'm like, just do it, man. Just
Learn.
learn from it. If hit any walls and stuff like that, learn from it. Do your research and like
Yeah.
look up, how to do these things. And
Lower your expectations. Don't
I'm
think
not
that.
gonna-
Don't think it's
yeah.
gonna be easy.
it's not gonna, yeah, but I'm not gonna like tell them it's gonna be impossible.
Right. Never.
Yeah.
Never do that. Yeah. I do the same thing with my wife because long story. She wants to be. I keep saying long story short, and I'm like trying to stop myself from saying it.
It's always a long story, man.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause I rant so much, and I try not
It's
to do
alright.
that. She wants to be a funeral director or a what do you call it? Forensic science person. whatever
Studying like dead bodies.
Yeah, anything
Right.
dealing with dead people because that's all she could deal with. She doesn't
Yeah, that's
she
fine.
doesn't like real life people.
Uh,
Anyway, that's not totally true. I'm joking, but she
it's a good joke.
yeah, she just I don't want people thinking to my what she only likes dead people. Yeah, 'cause she only sees people.
Because they don't get offended.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why she's with me because I'm dead. And so- yeah, anyway, she she has. I have these concerns in my head. Oh, what if this? What if that? What if this? But then let's figure out to find this. Let's solve this problem. It's a problem. Let's solve it.
Yeah.
Okay, we need this, we need that. She needs to go to school or this, whatever. How can we do it? Well, let's fucking do it, right?
Yeah.
So she's going to school for whenever she can, and she's gonna do that. And I need to be encouraging. I need to be her backbone, her second, whatever.
Yeah.
We
Keep
upbring
motivating
people.
her to do it.
Upbring,
Upbring, like uplift.
uplift,
do
move
it.
forward. Let's go
Yeah.
and learn. Let's not be
And
scared.
I think like when people give advice, it should be in a way where if you're gonna tell them about a problem that they might encounter, give them the solution. Don't just give them the problem and end it there. And then next thing you know, they're running with panic in their mind, thinking like, "Oh, that's right. Shit, I
Yeah.
don't know what to do about that."
Yeah. Or just say you don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a problem, but I don't fucking know. Like, let's figure it out. Let's help. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's
See what
figure
we
it
can
out
do.
together as we
Yeah.
speak about
Especially
this.
if you're the spouse or whatever significant other, you're whatever you are that's connected to the person. Family members, I don't know. I would encourage everyone to inspire each other to help, but it doesn't seem to be the case with a lot of families.
Well, it's because, like I said, like they don't realize what they're doing is discouraging the person that has the plan.
Yeah.
Because they're
Hey.
worried. It's obvious. Family worry about each other.
Yep.
And
Like my sister, for example, she does Reiki healing. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Reiki healing.
Yeah. So she does Reiki healing where it's kind of woo woo. It's not me. It's not what I like to do, but it's very spiritual. It's mantra. I mean, the chakras. I don't know if you heard about the chakras being aligned.
Somewhat.
So she does all that stuff, right? And I do my stuff. I do mindfulness meditation. So we're kind of parallel with each other. She does what she does, and she meditates. She's very spiritual. She does tarot card reading, all that good stuff that they do. I don't do any of that. I don't believe in horoscopes anymore. I used to believe in that stuff. Not horoscopes, but zodiac. I used to consider myself Sagittarius and all that. But I gave up on all that thanks to my wife and Joe Rogan and everybody else with science that said it's fake. Oh, God damn it. Fine. I gave up on it. Because your personality doesn't make these personalities of these zodiac signs doesn't make you you. What makes you you is your experience of reality, what you do in your life. You, David, the work, you working out, fitness, tough, you got nice fucking muscles and shit. You look good, you look healthy, you look happy, you're chilling. You have a philosophical way of looking at life. Everything that's about you is because what you do in your life, what you experience. That's how I look at it now. But before it was like, I'm a Sagittarius, so it says I'm a gambler. So, damn, what the fuck? I got to be a gambler? It's like I'm not a gambler, but it says I am. Somehow it might be an inner gambler I need to seek out. Anyway, long story short with that, saying it again, she was trying to tell me that I need Reiki healing or I need to stop. Like she was trying to tell me what to do because she cares about me. Like she,
Right.
you know, she wants me to be healed. She says I need healing because my anger, because my temper, and I keep trying to tell her that, Jigga, you just do you, just do you, just do you. Flow with the way you want to flow with life. That's your perspective. That's your life. Experience it. Not because I don't agree with her. You know, I don't agree with it. I don't believe in it. But it doesn't. I don't have to believe in what she's doing
Right.
for her to do what she's doing. I believe in her per se to experience what she can experience in life, and that's what I was trying to get at. But she can't see it yet because she's young, and it sucks. But it's like I'm talking about where you're talking about, where I'm not saying stop what you're doing. That's not scientific. That's fake. It's bullshit. You're falling for a trap. I want to say that, but I'm not saying that. I'm letting her experience what she can. Because maybe there is something to it, to the Reiki healing stuff. Maybe she can Reiki heal people. Maybe she can heal you and heal me, and who knows. But do that. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Just respect that there are people that are fine without it, and you know it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think every human being that even listens to this, watches it, whatever, everything you do in your life, explore, be curious, live it, experience it. I like, my philosophy of life is be your own scientist. You I think we talked about this before, where you mix and match, you mix and match. Oh, you made a mistake. Oh, boom, you blew up. Oh shit, what the fuck was that? All right, I don't want to do that again. That kind of burnt my finger off. Whatever. I'm saying all this metaphorically, hypothetically speaking. It's all just doing stuff to experience. So meditation, whatever you do, so that you can learn from it, and then you're like, oh, this actually works for me, so I'm gonna keep fucking doing this.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm not telling you, David, how dare you? I forgot what you said earlier, and I had a thought on that, but I let it. You know, I'll mention my perspective, but I won't tell you. You need to believe what I'm believing, because what I'm saying is real. It's the truth.
You're
It's my
forcing
truth.
your reality on me.
Yeah. And I don't want to do that ever. I've been trying to learn how to talk because I'm doing my own inspirational quotes and shit like that. I'm trying to be my own Bruce Lee, so to speak. You get my whole point. Just live your fucking life. I said this once: live and let live, live and let die. And it was like it's blunt, whatever you want to say it, but it's like, live your life, let other people live the way they want to live, let them die too, you know, and you're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Part of life, man.
yeah, just do you, man. Figure shit out.
Yeah.
Because all this anxiety and stress is like for nothing, man. We're so scared of stuff, and it's like, you know how long we've been existing? Me and you only existed for I've existed for 32 years. You existed for 29 years.
Yeah.
And how many humans existed before us thousands of years ago and did what they did? And look where we are now. We're developing, man. We're moving on. And me and you are not going to last that long 1,000 years later. Or whatever. We don't know if humanity is going to end at any point. We don't even know. We don't know what's going to happen when we die. We don't know we were in a simulation this whole fucking time? Oh, god damn it. Oh,
man.
You gave me a drug so that I can forget when I'm in the simulation that I'm in a simulation? Fuck you, you motherfucker. All right. You put me back in another one, another different simulation. I want to be a dinosaur this time.
Yeah, it's, not to, have everything sound too grim, the fact that everyone is destined to die one day. But don't be afraid of death so much that you're forgetting how to live your life. Everyone's afraid of dying. Just don't be afraid of living.
Right.
Don't be afraid to just live your life and discover things out there in the world and the beautiful things that it has to offer. And man, going back to the whole COVID thing, I think that the most contagious thing this year was not the virus. The way I see it, the most contagious thing this year has been hate and fear. And that spread like wildfire, because that was, honestly, I saw it everywhere in people. Yeah. I mean, like, that's fed through social media, that's fed through mainstream media. It's fed everywhere that people want you to be afraid. People want you to be scared. You look at your phone and you're just like, fuck, I go outside, I'm going to die. I go to my family's house, they're all going to die because I spread the virus to them. And that fear locks everyone up into their homes and afraid to do whatever they want to do. And it's a shame. It's sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a metaphor with that too. With the mask wearing, is like everyone literally is wearing the mask, but they're also wearing a mask as they're not being themselves because they don't know themselves too. That aspect of not getting not. So
I mean, that's even before the virus.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
no. So I'm saying it adds up to it. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is our minds, right? Mental health and all that is you know that when you defrag your computer and you see all those bars and shit, it's red and it's like compiling, then it's clear, then everything is like, oh, okay, good. So people don't know how to sit with themselves, right? They don't know how to be comfortable with themselves. They don't know. That's before COVID. That's before social media. That's life, right? A lot of people don't know how to sit with themselves. You know, a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people don't know how to sit with themselves. Me, when I first started, I hated myself with meditation and all that. Suicidal thoughts, you name it. I fucking couldn't stand myself. I couldn't stand that I wasn't always funny. I couldn't stand that. You remember Chris? Chris, I don't want to say his last name, but Chris from
Yeah, I remember.
acting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to be jealous of him. I used to hate that he was funnier than me. I used to hate that, fuck, man. He's got all the attention of being funny, and I want to make people laugh too. And me and David here is like the outsiders. I used to, man, my brain was like so fucked up with like being jealous and envious and hate and like no one likes me and fuck everybody and fuck myself and fuck this and fuck that. Man, I was like fucked up. And it's because I didn't have a lot of love in my life. There's a lot of shit to explain why, but overall, my programming was all fucked up, and I had to sit with myself to understand. Oh shit, I could reprogram all this. Oh, I could defrag. I could perform a defragmentation process so that I could clear these evil, crazy thoughts that always fuck with me, that make me hate everything and myself. So there's that. That's why I try to preach meditation. I try anything like what you're doing, your fitness. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you're taking care of your health, man, your mental health and your physical health. You're moving. There was something I posted earlier today in regards to like there's different things I posted that if you just do these things, shit, you'll be good. Practicing gratitude. There's a post I posted, how to harness the healing power of neuroplasticity. I don't like the healing power stuff, but neuroplasticity is an actual thing from neuroscience that people should look up. 7 habits of healthy fighters. There's this whole list of things that you can do so that you can take care of yourself. I forget what else I posted. It was something else I posted, but overall, it was that post itself. That guy, the one that I said, how to harness the healing power of neuroplasticity. This guy listed a bunch of shit that a lot of us should be doing, man. Like simple shit, like what do you call it? Getting sunlight, doing yoga, meditation, breath work, sleeping. Psychedelics that's a whole different thing. I'm not gonna talk about psychedelics. Eating right, fitness, moving your body. All these things we should be doing because we're so fragile, man. Like our minds can be trapped into what social media is doing, is adding that, that pen that you're focused on instead of yourself. The selfie, the irony of the selfie is you focus on you want to take a selfie. Oh, I want to take a selfie. I don't like the angle. I don't look good. You're looking at it the wrong way.
Want to comment on that after you're done.
Do it, yeah. I'm going to end it there, and then you do what you got to do. I'm going to end my rant with, you look at that selfie, and instead of looking at that selfie because you want to look good or you want to get the approval of others. Like, oh, I selfie today at the gym. I'm not coming at you, by the way. I'm saying in general.
I see it all the time.
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm talking about. Where it's like I do it too. By the way, I'll do a selfie at jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai, or I'll record myself hitting the bag and now and then. But I'm not doing it because I look at me. I'm working out. No, it's me.
Don't be like one of those that goes in and do one set and the whole day is spent on selfies.
Oh, fuck that. Or they're on social media now, just texting away or whatever the fuck they're doing.
Like, are you done with the machine or no?
Usually I work out first, and then let me do that one thing I did and then record it and just post that to show
that's fine.
This is you. If you want to get better, you need to do something. I'm trying to inspire you to move your ass. But again, the selfie thing, instead of looking at yourself, I need to take a picture to post it on social media because I want likes and followers and shit because I look cute. Look at that fucking selfie the as a mirror, and what we talked about earlier, self-reflect, motherfucker, or however you want to call it. Who are you? What am I? What do I want to do? What is my priorities? What is my philosophy in life? What all these questions you could be asking yourself in the mirror, and you can answer them when you sit with them, when you figure this shit out, when you don't run away. Why am I always angry? How? And you look up why do humans get blah blah blah. You get my point.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, the thing that I wanted to say on the selfies was like, people need self-affirmation. They need self-appreciation to respect oneself. And the way I look at selfies is that I see more and more people on like social media taking more pictures of themselves, where I respect some and I don't agree with some. The reason why I still respect some selfies is because it comes from individuals that I know them fairly well, and that the reason why I relate it to like self-affirmation, self-appreciation is because some people need that, and some people have too much of that. You know, so I see them take their selfies and I'm like, good on you. Like, please love yourself, take care of yourself. Absolutely. And then from the others, I'm just like, do you need a 300th time taking a selfie? Do you need to take more of these? I think you've done enough of that.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And I feel the same way, man.
Yeah, some people need that. Some people have too much of it.
What I do is, my suggestion to anyone taking selfies is go through your feed, especially if you have Instagram, because it's easier to see all the pictures that you post. Look on Instagram, go to your fucking shit, your own fucking profile, and just do a quick scan through of all your shit. And if all you do is see your face, probably should turn that knob a little down, lower the volume, a little too high.
Yeah, get creative with it at least.
Yeah,
man.
at least, yeah, like your booty shots and all that, or whatever you're doing, your muscles and your abs and all that. That's all you see on there. You keep doing you, man. Just keep you go ahead. Just keep doing you. But
I respect
for those that want
for fitness, all right?
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. Like, but for people that want to balance things out, the people that like yourself, where there's a balance to everything, dude. The moderation. Too many selfies is like that ego, man. That or the I forget what it was called. The fucking damn it. There's a word I'm looking for that a lot of people, because social media is creating a lot of this, and that is not sociopath. Is another word I'm looking for and I can't get it. But basically, it's people who are all about themselves. Me. And when you do that, you're fucking changing your brain, because our brains are plastic. We constantly change in fluidity depending on what we do. If you constantly take selfies all the fucking time, guess what? you're gonna raise that fucking volume on that selfishness or the just me.
Your value becomes only your appearance at that point.
Right, just your appearance, just your photos. And what is that saying about yourself? Are you insecure? Is there something wrong? Are you still trying to look for the approval of others?
Too much.
There's a lot.
Self validation.
Yeah, too much. You know, just fine to have self validation. You know, sometimes like I have a selfie of me drinking out of my coffee mug, but at the same time, it's not really self validation. It's more like me poking fun because.
It's like when I'm browsing on social media and I'm like liking people's pictures. If I see old friend of mine that I know that they've went through like some harsh times and that they've always been down on themselves and they take a selfie here and there, I'm just like, good on you. Like, I respect that.
Yeah.
You know, you need that. You know.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of science behind what social media is doing to the brain. I'm not saying that social media is the only thing, by the way. I have to stress that because I'm coming off as social media, because I keep saying
well,
this.
The thing is, like, social media makes it easier for these problems to occur.
Right.
Yeah.
And it makes you also forget why it's doing it. Like a lot of people I know that aren't like that in person, they're different on social media. And it's like, so part of me understands it that this person is different on social media because of social media. But at the same time, it's like, you never treat me that way in person, dude. Or you never would. You would never disrespect me and call me an orange turd in public in my face. Not, I would want to kick your ass, but I'm not going to do that. Like, if somebody called me an orange turd in person, I'm not going to kick their ass or want to, but you doing it on social media, it's like, and then you call my wife an orange turd, it's like, you were in my house, dude.
Yeah.
And now you're disrespecting my wife. Like, you're calling us orange turds because you think we're Trump supporters. Like, the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
It's like you got balls over there, but behind your keyboard, behind your phone, but you don't have the balls when you're in front of me. You don't treat me that way.
Keyboard warriors, man.
Yeah, that's one of my videos, one of my comedy videos. I was poking fun at keyboard warriors.
I mean, like, you're entitled to your opinion, whatever.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to be a downer with all this shit, but it's like a lot of people try to escape or run away from negative stuff. And I am a person who runs full force into darkness. Hi, I'm scared of it, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, when a person offends me or makes me feel insecure or makes me feel anything negative, like I said this earlier, I'm going to repeat it a billion times. I sit with it. And I use that energy, man. Yeah. And I either laugh or I spread philosophy or wisdom, whatever. I get something out of it. There's always something there, man.
And I think we share that same way of life where we just want to spread philosophy and positivity to people around us and out there that needs it. And that's one of my ultimate goals. Yeah, and want it, and that's my ultimate goal, is where I want to uplift people. I want to inspire people and help them, do great things and do things that I know that they can achieve as long as they continue to believe that they can do it. And the way I see it, where even like a person trapped in darkness, the smallest light can be the brightest thing in their life, and the way I see it is that I want to help as much as I can, even if it's a small effort. The least I can do is try to give a little here and there. And like, I'm not doing it to pat myself on the back or anything like that. I'm doing it because in my eyes, in my vision, where a peaceful world can exist if we all just help each other. We just all uplift and provide positivity for each other.
Sorry, I agree with you, and then I don't. The only thing I don't agree with is that we don't. So I agree that we can have a better peaceful world if we help each other. And the problem there is the people don't understand what peace is, that it's already there. Happiness is there.
Yeah.
But it's everywhere. It's whatever the emotions up here. I don't know what I'm putting over here, but emotions come from here. Everything that consciousness brings you, peace, everything, anything you feel, motivation, positive, negative, all comes from up here, from your prefrontal cortex and all that. I'm not gonna get too, because I've been trying to understand the brain, trying to break it down, but ultimately it comes from consciousness, and peace is always there. You just need to find it.
Yeah.
You need to work on understanding what peace is, instead of like doing the pursuit of happiness shit.
Yeah.
Instead of
It's all-
thinking,
yeah.
people
It's
look
all
at,
perspective, you know.
yeah, in my perspective, people look for happiness. It's over there somewhere. I gotta find it. I gotta look for happiness. It's over there, but they don't realize it's in here. It's right here. It's right there.
And
You
one
gotta-
of the harsh realities is that in our world and many people that exist in it, you know, and I said this in one of my stories on Instagram, where someone else's idea of peace can very well mean my destruction. You know, someone's peace might not align with my idea of peace. You know, and we see that from religious wars, you know, ideal wars, war of ideology, you know, different thoughts and opinions clashing together because both sides want peace, but it differs from each other.
that same coin, dude. It's that same coin we're talking about. No matter what you want peace, and then your way of peace is this, and that his way of peace is that. Like, just let him go have his peace. Go over there. I'm gonna have my peace. Just don't stay over there.
It's like one of the characters said about the Joker, where it's like, I don't know if it was Alfred in one of the comics, where someone said that every villain is a hero of their own story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe their idea of peace is very chaotic and destructive, but what they are after is their vision of a peaceful world in their own mind.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to say I idolize Joker, but I don't know the word for it. This is why I represent.
He's a dope character.
Yeah, he's a dope character, but he is Batman and Joker. The reason why I like them is the good and evil thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that balance? You know, you can't have Batman without the Joker. You can't have Joker without Batman.
Yeah.
People wouldn't like Batman as much if Joker wasn't in it. People wouldn't like Joker as much if Batman wasn't there. You know, it's just the combination of the same coin thing I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that I look at with life where it has deeper meaning to it. You just have to dig to find the gems. I got that from Eddie Abasolo, that guy that does Muay Thai, the fighter.
Right.
Because he said, because someone asked him how fuck, what's the question they asked him? Something about how do you practice on the bag, and what do you do to how long do you do it, blah blah. And he said he just digs. He likes to just dig, and the reason why he likes to dig and put his time into it is because gems come out of it. Like when he's just practicing on the bag, just things come out, wisdom, knowledge. Oh, I just punched it this way. And, maybe if I try it this way and that, and then I got my own little combination going. It's like, that's life. I sit with thoughts. I do whatever I do so that I can do the same concept, where I'm asking questions to myself and I'm sitting with it until the answer, the pieces of the puzzles puts itself together. I don't know if you realize this yourself.
Live life forever a student, man.
Yeah. And there's like so many sayings of that. Live your life forever a student, or
don't ever assume that you've mastered something or you're a master at something. Just live life as if you will always be learning something.
Yeah.
Because you don't know it all.
The beginner's mind. William knows nothing. That all that. I got that from Socrates.
Like it's okay to be ignorant. It's okay to not know some things.
Right.
You know?
Maybe you don't want to know.
Maybe you don't want to know. Maybe you're biased and you don't want to hear the other side. You know?
Yeah. Like the shit, I don't want to say I believe in it. The shit that I gathered, the insights I've gathered, I don't talk about it because, I talk to my wife about it. I talk to a few people, select people that I know that can hear me because they have somewhat similar thoughts about it.
Right.
Of what is God, or who is God, or that basically you heard people say we are all one. We're all one, right?
Yeah.
We're human. We're all human beings and all that.
Mhm.
Now I have thoughts on that, but I don't share that. It's not for everybody, you know.
No.
I'll share it here and say what I say, but I'm saying you don't have to believe. You don't have to. That's just it's thought. You don't have to believe in it. It's like whatever. It's a perspective. You know what I mean? So if I say something like, we all come from God, but what if God was all of us? What if we are all God? Blah blah blah. What if we all created this? Blah blah. We don't know, so it doesn't matter, right? It's like we just live our lives and then we keep doing what we do. Your way of thinking about God is different than my way of thinking of God, so and so on. But I'm not going to disturb your peace. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, because we love each other as humans, where we're not. I fucking can't stand you, David. I can't. Why are you on this podcast? Like, I don't even know why I did this with you. That type shit. We're not. I didn't decline or whatever. Why did you say to fucking do it on Monday? I'm busy. I don't have time.
Right.
You know, it's like. My thing is I guess to end this rant, the balance of good and evil is the balance of what we're doing and what other people are doing. I don't know. My perspective is limited, but I feel like we're off balance because too many people are on that side of like anxiety and fear. Like you said, the virus has spread it.
The propagating of fear and anger.
Yeah, all that, man. And it's like I'm not trying to be a hero or anything. I'm not a superhero, but I'm like trying to spread some type of fucking like I said, with this podcast is positive and it's like it's at your face still, but it's better than my comedy over there where it's like a little too much for some people or a lot of people, I should say. And I just try to balance that. That's my two sides of the coin thing that I'm talking about. This is Batman. Over there, that comedy's Joker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's good to have balance.
Yeah.
It's good to keep balance in your life. Because if you only focus on one side, how can you truly know that you're good? You know, if you don't understand evil.
Right.
How can you call yourself someone doing the right thing if you can't acknowledge the wrong things that you've done?
Right.
And too many of that's been happening this year where people think that they do this whole self-righteous thing. They think they're doing the right thing, but they ignore the damages that is caused behind the scenes.
Right.
And not even acknowledging that. So can you really say you're a good person if you can't recognize the evils that come from it?
Right.
Because Batman beating the shit out of a criminal, and then that criminal ends up being like crippled for life, so
yeah,
yeah,
like I said,
understand the consequences of the good that you try to do.
Right.
There's
a consequence to everything, even the good, even the bad. And you have to figure that shit out yourself.
Right.
Be your own scientist, like I said.
Exactly.
And I forgot what I was going to say in regards to that. You mentioned people who are trying to just be good. And that is what you said earlier with those people are trying to be peaceful, right? But that far left extreme shit, they're looking for their own reality
of peace.
And they're not realizing that it's fucking shit up for everybody else. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like,
yeah,
that's not peace, but okay. If you want that, do it yourself in your own fucking reality. Get off of Facebook and live your life. If you're on Facebook, now you're meshing your reality with everyone else's reality, including Facebook or social media in general, their own version of what they want the reality to be. Did you get all that?
Somewhat.
Basically, if you're on Facebook, social media, you're fucking with a whole shit ton of different perspectives and realities of others. You can't, and I see what's going on with social media. They're sliding with the extreme left, And that's where it's like, this is dangerous.
Yeah. You see Black Lives Matters everywhere. You see
Everything
a lot on the left side.
on the left, and if you're not on the left, you're evil, you're a bigot, you're a disgrace.
Right.
You're and it's like, dude, I didn't even do anything to you. No. You
Just
didn't
minding my own business, man.
You didn't support my group. You didn't hashtag this group, whatever group it is that we extreme left likes to put on a hashtag.
Right.
And we're a tribe. And if you're not part of us, then you need to be banned. You need to be silenced. You need to, censored, whatever. And you need to be hated. It's like, that's your idea of peace? You're talking about compassion? And this is why this is my next video I'm putting out that I'm still editing. I'm making fun of compassion because people confuse what compassion is. You don't know what compassion is if you're saying, oh, be compassionate. And then, fuck you, motherfucker. I hate you. You're a bigot. I'm blocking you. You censored. No, you're it's like, that's
it's not right. It's not right, man. And that's why I mentioned that earlier where an eye for an eye leaves the village blind. Because it's all a vengeful feeling that they have.
What is it?
It's all just a vengeful feeling that they have where they want to get back at the establishment, the police, all of that. And in doing so, they curse out anyone that's not with them. And they automatically say that they're against them.
Right.
And someone like you and I, we're just minding our own business. And all of a sudden, silence is violence,
Yep.
So I woke up a lot happening with the whole, after George Floyd incident.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. We all agree. It's fucked up to put a knee on someone's neck.
What? It's not fucked up. He deserved his death. I'm joking. Sorry. I'm joking. But I shouldn't be joking about someone's death. I know. I get it.
But it's like we all agree that that's not how it should have been handled. For sure. And then we see the follow-up from that, which was the biggest protest we've possibly seen in our lifetime, where Black Lives Matters march and all that. But what woke me up was that to see the riot and looting that happens right after that. And then to see, I don't know if you know David Dorn, the story of him.
David Dorn, no.
He was a retired officer, served his community for a long, long time, 65 years old or something like that, a little older than that.
Right.
And he got a call from his friend to help. Well, I don't know if he got a call, but he went to help his friend defend his shop. It was a pawn shop. So David Dorn stood outside and just making sure no one fucked with it. And this was during the riot and looting. And unfortunately, he died and got murdered over a TV inside the pawn shop. And who killed him? Just a couple of, kids looting and rioting. Is that serving justice? Is that compassion? Is that, is that standing up against the wrongs of police brutality? Dude just went to grab a TV and shot the man that served their community for that long. And
right.
No one talked about that. That's why you don't know of it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's that's why I don't...
Because it breaks the narrative.
Right.
It breaks the narrative of this Black Lives Matters march.
Right.
Because it's a bad look on that.
And I think I did hear of it, by the way. And it's because, it's funny, I follow this guy called Officer Tatum.
Oh, yeah. He's a huge, I've seen him a few times.
I follow people that I don't agree with, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Rubin Report, I forget his name. He got banned. He's on Joe Rogan a lot now. I forget his name, but he's the guy that's a very conspiracy theory type guy.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name? Fuck. I'm trying to bring up his name.
But you listen to people with the other perspective.
Anyway, my whole point is I listen to people with different perspective, even if I disagree with them, because hey, there may be something that I don't know that they're sharing that's actually true, and the other people on the left is like hiding. They don't want you to know, whatever. I don't care.
Listen to both sides of the coin.
That's the moderate shit that we're talking about. Where like you look at left and you look in your right. Like okay,
Yeah.
you look both ways. You don't look at you when you go on the street. You don't look on a one-way street because that's the only street that exists. You look both ways because on a two-way street because you don't know. You never know. Anyway.
Hear both sides of the story, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta hear, and then at that, even if you hear both sides of the story, you still have to say, I don't fucking know. And it's okay. I don't know. I just hear what I hear and that's it. You watch a video. You watch a video of anybody get shot by a police officer. You're like, fuck, man, that's fucked up. And you can watch the whole thing. I watched a video of a white kid get shot, by a police officer, and because he freaked the fuck out. And I was like, God damn it, why did the police have to shoot him? Or no, actually, he shot the police officers. My bad. It's because they shocked him with a taser, and he freaked out, grabbed the gun, got scared, and shot both of them and ran away. And it was fucked up. And it was like, holy fuck. And then people are making fun of it. Haha, those police officers got what they deserve.
It's fucked up.
And these are people that are talking about compassion, by the way. And I'm like,
I know.
so 2 police officers, well, I don't know if both of them died, but one of them definitely died. It was traumatic. And that's another thing that's we didn't get to talk about. We're being insensitized, or what is it, desensitized?
I mean, there was an incident in LA where a dude just walked up to a police car and shot both officers dead.
And
No
you
one
watched
talked
that
about
shit?
that.
You watched that shit? The actual video, or you just you saw the article or something?
I saw a bit of the video and I heard of it spoke about as well.
That shit is hardcore, dude, on your brain.
And that happened.
Yeah.
Like we all saw that happened.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like,
And then I saw a video of the whole Chaz thing. Chaz, that autonomous zone in Seattle, or is it Portland? I can't remember. I think it was Seattle. But it was a Antifa zone, basically.
I know Portland's a big thing, so with the riots.
But there was footage of it where I saw on YouTube where a dude just straight up shot someone in the zone and screamed out, "Oh, you're not dead yet," and walked up to him and finished the job, and you hear the gunshots in the background. It's
Damn,
like,
dude.
Is this the zone you want? This peaceful zone where everybody can get along and shit?
Yeah.
Is this the perfect society y'all Antifa people want?
Yep. But how dare you, David? Antifa is on the team left. What are you talking about? We should be talking against the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys are the ones that are like bad. They're evil. I don't know if you heard anything about that.
People like to call them racist, but they're actually not.
It's funny because the Proud Boys, I looked it up. I said, oh, they're fucking basically, both of them are fucktards. The Proud Boys and the Antifa, they're both fucktards. But they're both, Proud Boys are there to go against Antifa, basically.
Basically, yeah.
And that's why I looked up. And
they're both very violent, sure. You can say that. But for them to say that that's a white supremacist group, the main person of Proud Boys is a Cuban American. They have black people, Hispanic people in that group.
No, but they only want to show you the white guys.
Of course.
Because white supremacy is a thing, Like, come on. Check your privilege, David. You got, check your, whatever privilege you have over there somewhere. You got I see some white in you. The way you're talking, actually, you talk white. So how about that? You have white privilege.
I get it. I mean, like, I'm just calling it as I see it, man. It's fucked up. And then we don't like to talk about how bricks was just being placed on pallets in the middle of protests out of nowhere, where no construction is happening nearby. That don't raise an alarm to anybody?
Yeah, it's all fucking... the other thing is... to play devil's advocate, because I heard, is the peaceful protest that actually did happen, like with the Black Lives Matter. They did have peaceful protests, but you got some people that are out there that are extremists, like Antifa or whatever, whoever else is doing it,
who are breaking shit,
who are breaking shit to start shit. And then it becomes a riot all of a sudden. And then supposedly the police officers are in on it. And I don't fucking know, man. I just hear shit. It's like, okay, I'm glad I'm not over there. I'm glad it's not happening in Philly, even though that Philly rioting shit happened recently. Yeah. That was fucking ridiculous. It was right around my neighborhood, too, by the way.
West Philly, right? Or
No,
well, they
well,
rioted.
they
Yeah.
rioted in West Philly, but they rioted here around Port Richmond area.
They hit that Walmart near your place, right?
They hit all the stores around here. All these stores were closed.
Yeah.
They hit my shop right where I shop. I was
And
like,
it's
fuck.
fucked up. You gotta
I
go
had
somewhere else.
I had to go to Jersey so I can get food, some shit.
It's fucking with people's livelihoods, man.
People who work there.
Mm-hmm.
I felt bad for the people who worked. I was like,
You
yo,
gotta
those,
clean it.
yeah, they got to clean it, and they're not going to be able to work for a couple days. We want to preach about compassion for the essential workers. It's like, what happens to the essential workers? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay, my bad. You got to loot. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, right.
No, baby, you can't have that. My daughter's already asking for candy and chocolate.
Yeah, and people die over this shit where, rioting, looting and stuff like that. So
Yeah. All of it. It's all
it's,
worked up with COVID on top of that.
yeah.
It's everything like working against everyone's brains and
Mm-hmm. And then
Cause-
if that's all you see on like Facebook, Twitter, and social media and mainstream media, if that's all you see, then that will be your reality.
I thought he was gonna say, if that's all you see, that's all you'll be. I was like, oh
yeah.
shit, son. Good quote there.
Well, there you go.
Because
So-
it rhymes. It's really cheesy.
Aw.
Really
Here's
cheesy.
your quote for the day.
Yeah, that's your dad quote.
But yeah, I mean, like, that's all they'll be, man.
Yep.
And you talk to them, and all they'll speak about is just hatred and anger and like fuck the police kind of shit,
Yep.
and defunding the police, which I don't agree with, man.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with it either. It's like,
Because
what are we doing?
yeah, so you want to cripple the one thing between you and a gunman robbing you,
Right.
or defending your neighborhood or securing your area.
Yeah.
And I think they tried defunding in a few states, and look at that, crime rose. Well, who saw that coming?
And they did. I think they did defund the police in Philly, by the way. But I forget how much. But I looked it up. He did it in June. He was looking to cut the budget for the police department in Philly. Our mayor, and he did it. He passed it, and I was like, oh, so we defunded the police, but nobody was talking about it. No one is cheering. No one is doing anything. I saw someone talk shit. We still need to defund the police in Philly. I said, it's been done already. Here, look at there. No likes. Nobody thanked me for sharing it. Of course, because it doesn't fit their agenda of being angry all the time. Because we need to be angry, David. We need to be angry.
No, I'm not an angry person.
No, you need to be an angry bird, David. Bring out your cock. I gotta see your cock, man. Not your actual cock. I'm talking about the bird, man.
I don't know if this is an OnlyFans right now.
Ooh, this is OnlyFans. Go to David's OnlyFans. He's got everything set up for you. Look at this guitar back there. He's got you.
Right? Yeah.
He's gonna play the guitar and strum with his
back
dick. Yeah, man. All this negative stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
I think it's gonna be all right. Look,
I 100% believe it'll be all right.
that's my optimistic side saying that. Remember that balance flip of the coin. My negative side says otherwise.
I know.
But we don't have to talk about negative stuff. My personal philosophy of viewing it is not everybody wants to hear the negatives all the time.
Right.
I can deal with it personally, but
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
with everything that's happening, honestly, like, I don't know how deep I can dive into this because I, again, want to tread very carefully with this.
Tread carefully, man.
I
Put the
think this
treadmill,
goes-
put the treadmill on low and just walk.
With everything happening this year, it goes beyond Republican versus Democrat. It goes beyond our American politics. It goes beyond the election and all of that. With everything that's been happening, and if people research a few more things here and there without their bias, they can actually see what's happening. And this goes beyond our own country. It expands far out to places like Germany, China, and Ukraine, bits of the UK, and South America. It's fucking worldwide with this shit. And names that I can't mention that I don't want to. But there's a lot that's happening. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. No, there is a lot. You're right.
Yeah.
You know, there.
But you get what I mean by like just things that we can't even mention.
In a sense, I can.
Like people you can't talk about. Not to sound like too much of a conspiracy theorist, but there's shit that's happening.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could talk off air so I can just clear it up so
Yeah.
I know exactly.
But
what you're
I
talking
just
about.
want to like
have an idea.
get it out there
Awful.
that this goes beyond what we see in our own country.
Right. There's a lot of shit that I'm hearing from different podcasts that China, Russia, you know, they're taking advantage of social media being vulnerable as it is, like creating groups, fake groups, like let's say they'll create a group that people that love convertibles or some shit, people for cars or whatever, and then after they get a certain amount of people in there, like let's say 10,000 now or 100,000, let's go 100,000. All right, police to police. It just changed the name. Now we're gonna talk shit and make the police look extremely bad. Everything that the police do that's bad, we're posting it here. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck did I sign up for this group? When did the hell? Oh, what the fuck the police are doing? Now you're locked in, man.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that I heard that Russia supposedly is doing. Look, it could.
It's just rumors, right?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I'm putting it out there. I heard it from different podcasts like Joe Rogan and different stuff. So explore and dig for the content of information yourself so you can see.
Yeah, because I watch news all over the place. I watched Australian news. I watch Indian news. I watch whistleblower news from China.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch a lot of shit.
Yeah, I don't watch anything. Well, I don't. I just read and listen. I don't watch news.
So I bet you didn't hear about the peace treaties happening in the Middle East. There's 4 of them that's been signed with Israel.
No.
Like Sudan was part of that. Saudi Arabia is part of that, and 2 other Middle Eastern areas are part of
peace
that.
Treaty.
Peace treaties.
So
that
means...
we're actually probably going to be able to see peace in the Middle East, what they always keep saying, right?
Huh.
And you don't hear about that, right?
Well, for one, I don't watch the news like you do. Like you're watching fucking Indian and news from China and shit.
India and China has a thing going on of constant tension.
Yeah.
Of border crisis, of constantly fighting at the borders and all of that. So they have a thing going on over there. Australia and China has something going on too, where Australia is getting the low end of the deals from China, where China would send expired goods to them.
Wow.
And there's just a lot of shit that's happening.
International news, I suck at. I don't know what's going on around the world.
That's why I'm telling you, like, everything that's happening, it's fucking huge.
Yeah. And
it's fucking huge.
I just go, like, I go with the flow. I adapt. And if this is why I don't want to say I'm not scared of death, but I have a relationship with death, or I'm having a relationship with death in my own way. I'm not to say that I died and whatever, but I'm looking at it hypothetically, what death is and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not scared to think about it. I'm not scared to like what happens after or whatever. So it's like,
you're just a free thinker.
Yeah. Let's say another war happens. Oh, civil war or a world war. What do? I don't. How am I going to protect my family? What am I going to move? Where am I going to stay? How am I going to live? This is why I learned detachment. This is why I do everything I do, because I'm putting everything on paper and in a book. I'm putting it in a pocket. I don't give a fuck where it goes. All these ideas and thoughts, I'm trying to put it down and document it for mankind, because, again, not to get negative, but it's like this is that other side of that coin of like things are going to be all right. The negative side of that coin is things are probably not going to be all right. That's just
I assure you.
Not everybody wants to look at that, but it's fine. You don't have to. I look at it. I look at it like, hey, impermanence, bitch. You know what impermanence is? I love impermanence.
You know what? I assure you, I promise you and everyone else that's listening to this, we're going to be perfectly fine coming into the next year. I say that with utmost confidence. We're going to be perfectly fine.
What's next year, man? What's
2021, you know?
2021 in December?
Part of December. But shit's going to happen.
Yeah. Because that's another thing I forgot to mention about, but it wasn't a big deal. Like these people's attachment. You mentioned it earlier about people attach themselves to, I forgot what you said. Oh, they attach themselves to have fun, to the fun things, and they don't attach themselves to things that are like boring or things that are important for
betters themselves physically and healthy and whatnot.
People attach themselves to everything, personality, their everything. 2019 was better than 2020. They attach themselves to a year. You attach yourself to the day. We attach ourselves to the time of the day. It's 9 o'clock now. I'm attached to it. I don't look at the time as time. I use it as a tool. It's a measurement of the day so that I can manage my time throughout my day, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying for me, what I do is detach myself from a lot of things so that I'm not looking at the year as, oh my God, 2020 was a horrible year, man. It's a horrible year. COVID, man, it ruined everything, man. Like, no.
Did it? Did it really?
Yeah, did it ruin everything, or was that just your perspective?
Yeah. Because I don't want to sound like cocky or arrogant about this, but I feel like this has been possibly the greatest year for me in my entire life.
Personally, for me as well. Personally. Just for me. 2020 was like, holy fuck for me. It was like, this year allowed me finally to reach the peak of the self. I call it the self that way because this talks about the no self, that the self is an illusion.
You get to know more about yourself because you're forced to.
Right. You're forced to face everything about you.
Face your demons, you bastards.
But there's that too. There's the yourself thing. I'm not trying to throw my shit on you, but there's the self as an illusion. When you meditate, you see that there is no self. When you meditate far enough, you get to a point you're like, so I'm trying to understand the self as an illusion, because if there's no self, what about my temper? What is that? So that's not me. Oh, so what the fuck am I saying then? So what about my genetics? They make me, right? They make me. What the fuck makes this? It's my. No, it's not you either. Oh, fuck. What the fuck is me? So it's like we get attached, man. We get attached to even me saying the caged beast. That's me being attached to it. I'm labeling it so that I can identify it. And I talked about this before. No one listens to my not many people listen to my solo podcast, but the other reason why I like William Knows Nothing is because I've learned, because of this 2020 experience, I've learned what absolutely nothing is. Not that nothing as in you see the air, you can't see air, right? Yeah. You can't see the air we breathe. That is what I'm talking about. Knowing nothing, knowing what I am, nothing. We are stardust. We are
small speck in the universe, man.
Yeah, that shit. It's like all these
floating on a rock, moving billions and billions of miles away.
And the sun is like right here, and we're just like orbiting and moving. And then there's a universe that's way bigger than us. We're the tiniest of the tiny particle,
revolving around a giant black hole.
Yeah, and yet we're scared of the tiniest coronavirus that's making everyone scared of it. Yeah, it's like, again, I get it. I get why people are scared. People are dying from it.
I understand.
But people die, man. It's like HIV, getting shot. I could have died yesterday, or was it yesterday? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. I could have died yesterday. Yeah. I could have died. I could have died so many times, man. So many times. I escaped death, I think. So many times. I didn't escape it. It was a whatever, an experience of like, that was death. And that could have happened.
Right. And they want to talk about like defunding the police in the city, which you said they've already done. You want to talk so much about that, and then you hear about fucking 6-year-old kids getting shot up in crossfire from gang violence.
That fucks me up, dude, when I see that.
Yeah. And that shit's real. But we don't talk about that, do we? You know?
Legit
don't-
quick. Sorry, go ahead.
We don't talk about people getting stabbed left and right of certain corners of South Philly that I know of. You know, we don't talk about dead bodies being found in saran wrap covered trash bins. We don't talk about that.
Right.
You know?
I wanted to share a quick. This is definitely a quick story about that happened here. Long story. This is definitely a long story short. People were outside. At least 11 people. They wanted to do something to a neighbor, and I said, "Holy fuck!" And my daughter's here. And it's just me and my daughter. Oh no, I don't know what's gonna happen. I called the cops, cause you don't know, man. Call the cops. I'm sorry. I got to call. I don't know what the fuck. And then I felt bad afterwards because I'm like, fuck. This is why people die from police officers because people like me are calling the cops because we don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But there was something going on. It was 11 people and it looked like some shit was about to go down. I called the cops. I went upstairs to the bathroom with my daughter to take her a bath just in case bullets are flying. I'm away from the living room space.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the police came? Or pass by? Because I said specifically, please don't. I'm just calling to. I don't know what's going on. Can the police come by and just see what's going on and make sure everything's okay? Somebody may have a gun. I don't know. I'm not saying they do. I didn't see a gun, but I'm just scared. I'm going upstairs. I'm scared for my life. I don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think the police came?
They didn't, huh?
Absolutely not. They didn't come by. I was looking down on my cameras. I didn't see one cop pass by. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't come by down a block. I waited a whole hour.
Yeah.
My anxiety, whatever, was building up because I was like, shit, maybe something may go wrong now because I called the cops like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I hope the cops don't come. But then I was like, ugh. So the cops didn't come at all. And I was like, see, I think that's because our mayor defunded the police.
Yeah, because it costs money. It
Right.
costs money to send them out for certain issues and cases. And it costs money to have them patrol the neighborhoods and streets.
Right.
And certain neighborhoods want the cops there to patrol, to keep their 6-year-old safe.
Right. You notice that there's less police activity going on, right? Before, I don't know.
I notice high rise in crime.
Right.
And you hear about random shit that's happening around the city.
Yeah. By the way, I'm like distracted because I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. It's like Google. I'm Googling it, ironically. And I just talked about not Googling shit.
Yeah.
I saw an article somewhere and I posted it and I was like, oh, no one's talking about this. Why?
Because, you know.
It was a lot of money too. I was like, I wonder. And then when the police didn't come, I was like, I guess that's why. Because we're not coming over there if you're scared, William. If you're scared of your daughter getting shot.
Is someone dead?
Yeah,
Then
did
it's
someone
another story.
die? Oh, then
No?
we'll come over there.
Yeah.
But we'll just send one cop.
What they need is more training. More training.
There's opinions on what needs to be done.
Yeah.
There's opinions of like they should be trained jiu-jitsu,
right,
boot belt at least.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many opinions. I agree with a lot of them. It's just what are they gonna do? You know, you got some people saying that the police are corrupt, so they're not doing that.
Yeah, I believe there are fucked up cops out there. I believe there are corrupt higher ups in the police force, sure.
Right.
But you don't just generalize them all and say fuck the blue, you know?
Right.
You don't generalize them all and be like all cops are racist,
Right.
you know?
But
that's where it dove into. Where innocent cops have to face that bullshit.
right. I'm completely distracted, dude. I'm listening to you, but I'm also like trying to find it still. I don't know why I don't want to give this up.
Oh man.
So
unprofessional, Will.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm being my own Jamie.
Oh damn.
That's
See,
what
we need a
happens.
Jamie.
I need someone.
Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah, right. We need someone to do the work for me while I'm listening to you, actually. But I saw somewhere where the city's the city's proposed 2021 would have allocated 760 million or 15% of the city's total budget to the police department. However, on Tuesday, Kenny said he would eliminate that budget increase proposal and said that his administration would work the city council to reduce the police department budget to FY20 funding levels, whatever that means.
So it passed through. That
Yeah,
took those
and
funds away.
it passed through, and that's not they're not increasing the budget. They're actually
Decreasing it.
and decreasing it. Yeah, so different word, but still defunding the police. It's not what everyone wants. People, this is crazy. We didn't say this, but they don't want you. They don't want to defund the police, David. They want to actually abolish the police. A lot of people want to.
A lot of people want them gone.
They want them gone completely. We don't need police. We need our own people to police the streets.
Oh, that's what happened in Chaz.
Our own people to police the streets?
And look what happened.
You want to trust?
We saw full well how that turned out.
Jesus.
In those autonomous zones. When they police themselves.
Yeah.
Little kids get shot up. 18-year-olds gets handed fucking ARs and shit out of someone's trunk.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, you're gonna be my right hand man.
Look, man, I all these things were coming out, and my fucking fear and all that was driving me up the roof with like, fuck, man, what are we doing? We're fucking crazy, and we're a fucking democratic city. Blah blah blah. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I was like ready to move.
It's only
I'm moving
democratic
anyway,
cities.
but I'm moving out of the city anyway. But it's like,
I feel you. I respect
but
you.
for other reasons, not because I'm scared of crime and all that. I'm scared of crime in general, but
fucking do it, man. Get out of the city.
yeah, and it's for career reasons, whatever,
And
it's
for your
like,
family's safety.
exactly that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't want to have to keep running upstairs fucking scared of my life, because
I'll tell you what, man, you go outside the city, you're going to see people living beautifully and peacefully.
you say,
you
live
if
outside
you
the
get
city.
outside of the city, just explore out of the area.
Yeah,
And people are going to tell you, it's like, oh, you're just visiting Trump counties and shit and all that. It's like, that's not the fucking point. Get out the city and see how people are just living their lives
right.
peacefully.
Let's go to Texas, man. Let's go to Texas. Big Texas. Let's go with Joe Rogan. Everybody's moving there, man.
Everybody's moving to Texas.
We're gonna be Philadelphian Texans. We're gonna have our Johns over there. You know what I'm saying?
We'll bring Jones.
Bring our Johns.
Man, but yeah, that is the move. Like, a lot of people are getting out of the democratic cities. It's fucking crazy. Trying to open a small business and it gets robbed. The fuck? Next thing you know, COVID lockdown hits and your business can't even open back up. The fuck?
That was the other thing I was pissed off about. I was like, yeah, looting, great. We hit Walmart, Target, okay. They got money to cover all that shit,
Yeah.
but people
what of the like mom and pop shops got looted
Mom
too
and
for
pops
drugs
for
because
what?
they're also small pharmacies shops on the corners, and they get looted. Cell phone stores get looted too, and all of that. And it's just small mom and pop shops.
And not only that, the lockdowns.
And it hurts them even more.
Lockdown 1, looting. Lockdown 2.
Yeah.
Give them a fucking break.
Exactly. Can you fucking just imagine that? Like, you're a shop owner, you're dealing with all of that shit hitting you. And it's fucked up.
We're so
They even robbed Muay Thai studios, my friend told me. They robbed Muay Thai pads.
What are you doing with it? What are you
Exactly.
doing?
Yo, Hayabusa is expensive, man.
Oh, I know Hayabusa is expensive, but like, still, what are you doing with it?
Exactly.
Are you gonna kick them, or are you gonna sell it to a hobo that's for $20
plus a piece, man?
Yeah,
But
crazy, man.
It's shit like that. And
What
it's
gym has Hayabusa pads, by the way? What the fuck? I need to go over there.
Oh, you gotta loot them too?
No, not lube, but train. Like,
Oh, yeah.
or if they're, that's a whole. I'm not talking about that.
But it's just all that talk of like compassion. But like, what if these like small businesses that no one gives a fuck about? I know a lot of like small business owners.
Yeah.
And like hear their side of the story, and it's just like, it's fucked, man.
Yeah. My wife says this all the time, and I hear it often. I forget how she exactly quotes it, so I don't know why I shouldn't know this, but it's basically, I'm summarizing it. If it ain't happening to them, it don't matter. You know what I'm
They
saying?
don't
Like,
give a fuck. Yeah.
yeah. they just do shit because it ain't happening to them. Like, let's go loot these stores because it ain't happening to me. It ain't my store. Fuck it. I'll take everything. Take all your toilet paper. Fuck it. Because it ain't your toilet paper. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, nah.
They even had a protest recently, a BLM protest, because a BLM member got carjacked, but we don't know who did it. And they protested that.
I didn't hear that, but okay.
I think it was a small one, but it was the fact that it happened.
Look, live and let live. Peaceful protests and let peaceful protests make no sense. I don't care. As long as you're not fucking damaging the property of other people who worked hard for their living to do that business. Like, you don't know how difficult that shit is.
To start a business
to start a business,
lot of money.
Yes, it's fucking hard, man. I looked this shit up myself because I wanted to do my own shit, but I was like, oh fuck, holy shit.
You pay for the space, you pay for owning the space that you're working in, you pay for supplies, equipment, you pay for everything, you pay employees, you pay for, let's say you own a small restaurant, you have to buy the ingredients, and if you're forced to lock down, those ingredients are going to go bad, so you lost money.
Yeah. The thing is, man, is how we look at phones. A lot of people look at phones like, oh, yeah, it's phone. I'm getting the next phone next year. I'm getting my upgrade.
Yeah.
You don't realize how fucking hard it is to make a fucking phone, dude. How hard it is to program a fucking phone. How hard it is to do everything, the designing, every fucking thing. Because you get this one fucking block here, and you're like, I want the next one. This is slow. I want the next one. I can't wait to the next upgrade next year. I just got mine this year, but I want the next one.
Yeah, underappreciated.
It's underappreciated because they don't do it themselves, man. They don't understand how much work someone puts into something. I don't know if this is a thing where I looked this up a while ago. I don't know if it's in China, but there's a lot of suicides going on with these factories because they're working these people off that are making these.
Yeah.
They're getting paid pennies or whatever they're getting paid to manufacture this shit. And we take this shit for granted. Like, we're like, take selfie. Look at me put 1,000 selfies up there.
Yeah.
And
your
then,
phones, your
meanwhile,
sneakers, all of that.
Someone was like super depressed working for this phone, and they probably killed themselves because that's all they do is work and do this.
Well, that's a communist regime for you.
Not regiment?
Regiment, yeah. Well, that is part of their regiment, torturing kids to make your phones.
Oh god, it's sad, but hey, sorry man, I'm getting all negative and shit. I'll keep leading to the negative stuff.
No, that's fine. Like, we dive into it and we explain our views on it. It needs to be done. Yeah.
You want to talk about everything?
I actually
is
had
awesome.
a funny conversation. I actually had an interesting conversation with one of my friends about communism versus capitalism, where communism is more like the pros and cons, right? We'll talk about pros and cons of capitalism versus communism, where pros of capitalism is that it's focused more on the individual reaching success and reaching success on their own and making a name for themselves. And the pro of communism is that it's a unity. They all work as a unit, right? It focuses on camaraderie. The cons of communism is that misery loves company. Why the fuck are you getting shit if I don't have shit? You can't have shit. We all deserve to have nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's all a unit. If you're fucked up, I should be fucked up too.
Yeah.
I should have nothing as well.
Yeah.
And the con of capitalism is that you have monopoly effects. You have the whole rich owning way too much and all of that, sure. But also the individual con is that it's all about me. What about my problems? What about my issues? You guys should be paying more attention to me. You know? And I see that. You know, it's the con of the individual versus the con of camaraderie.
Right.
You know? It exists. It's there.
Yeah.
Where we focus so much on a small group and it becomes propagated so heavily. Right. You know, where we don't even focus on the bigger picture.
Right.
Because COVID's gonna kill you, man.
Yeah, that's a small picture right there in the COVID, man.
And I'm telling you,
you better get that fucking vaccine, man. You better get it.
I'm
gonna
telling
die.
you, man, It's hopefully it hits the surface, but it goes way beyond that.
It's hilarious that people. I had to do this myself. When my daughter, before she was born, I fell into the anti-vaccine trap. I didn't fall into it where I believed it, but I was like skeptical. I was like, fuck, I don't want my daughter to get affected by any vaccines, you know? Like, I was like, shit, I don't. They're putting viruses in, viruses in her, like little tiny ones, so her body could fight it. What the fuck's that about? What else are they putting in there, though?
That's how the vaccine's supposed to work. You know, they make you have a small dose of the virus so your body can naturally fight it off.
Right. But then I took a deep dive and I almost got lost because, they put aluminum, mercury, they put all this, they put that, I was getting fucked up because I was like, what? Why are you putting this shit? It's not good for you. What the fuck are you doing? And, I almost became an anti-vaxxer. Thank God. Because I understand it. Again, Joe Rogan, people, thankfully for podcasts, thankfully for good research out there and trustworthy research. Thankfully because my wife is not like me at that time. We were able to, just go with the flow and just... She get vaccinated. It's fine. Yeah.
No, I believe like vaccinations you get as a kid. I think all kids need that.
We have to accept that the rate of vaccinations. Yeah, sure. Some, it sucks. Some people are affected negatively, but that's everything, man.
Yeah.
It's everything. I can't eat cheese too much, and then I get the shits.
Yeah. Not everyone is the same genetic,
Right. It's not as serious as someone dying from some vaccination, but. I'm just saying, not everything's for everybody.
Yeah. Man.
What?
I feel like we
keep going back to the negative stuff.
Yeah, no, we don't. We keep diving into shit. How do I describe it?
Shit. You can say
that.
Yeah,
we keep diving into shit.
I like diving into shit, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's good, but I feel like we'll keep going on for hours.
Yeah. So. We'll wrap it up. Anything you want to talk about to pretty much bring this back up?
Bring it uplifted.
Anything you want to say to the people?
Get off your fucking ass and start doing shit, man. Don't let COVID prevent you from being something you know you can be.
Like what? Like what? Okay, give me an example. Like, okay, you want to
go be an artist and sell it on online website? Go for it. You want to open up a small business where you design t-shirt designs and shit and sell it online, and go for it. Do it. Do things that will be possible for you to see some success out of it.
Discover yourself.
Discover yourself too, man. Like, go out, smell the fresh COVID air, man.
Make mistakes.
It's a fucking beautiful world out there, man.
Oh yeah, fuck, man.
I always have like a designated spot where I like take my bike out, ride down near the airport, and just enjoy the breeze, enjoy the sky and the clouds and the river, and just enjoy the nice atmosphere.
Yeah. And you got a couple a couple of photos of you like enjoying that, like you at the I think you were at the pier.
Whatever. No,
the Delaware.
It's by the
River?
Airport. It's the Delaware River.
Yeah, that's what
there's a spot behind the airport that I always go to. That's like a secret safe haven.
Yeah. Hey man, find your spot, do your thing, ride. Like you got your motorcycle, you got your car now. Like
enjoy fucking life, man.
Enjoy life.
Yeah. Enjoy life. And just don't look at your phone too much. Don't look at media too much.
Balance.
Moderation,
man. Right?
Moderation. Listen to everyone. Doesn't mean you have to agree with them.
Yeah.
But they deserve the chance to explain themselves.
Right. I like looking at it as perspective as food for your mind. Mm-hmm. Listening to everyone is, not everyone you want to listen to all the time. I get it, but just listen. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't have to agree with them.
Oh, you think that? Oh, I disagree, but that's fine.
That's cool.
But I hear something different. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Like you hear something different, you're like, oh, okay. I disagree, but I never heard that one.
Listen to other people's perspectives, man.
Yeah. Everybody. Yeah, go ahead.
I live where I live next to a lot of like Irish and Italian people. And I always get that comment from like a lot of friends where it's like, oh, you're by the big Trump area, whatever, and big conservative area, which the majority of them are.
Right.
And I got a chance to just hang out with them, and they offered me beers and shit, and we just talked the shit. We talked about Eagles and whatnot. We just talked about random life stuff. So
Right.
they're normal people, man. Just all that stigma that you hear from word of mouth is not real, man.
Yeah. I agree with
So
that.
I went to discover it for myself. And these are just normal families just living their lives.
Right.
So, they're good people. All right. They're good fucking people. Stop calling them, generalizing them all as bigots and racists. All right.
Like I said, man. It's that same thing as grabbing a donut. It's easy to call people shit. It's easy.
Just because by word of mouth, because your friends told you that, all of them are fucking racist, And then I go outside and I see their kids playing football out in the streets and, having fun, having a blast, and I'm, enjoying a beer with them. So they're dope people.
So, as you don't briefly as you can, you don't have to get to go too far on it, but do you think we're in a simulation?
No.
Simple answer. Okay, that's fine. Take it.
No. Straight up, no.
If you had a magic wand, what would you do to make a difference in the world?
Ooh, it's tough, man. I think the difference I would make is that it's tough, man.
That's fine. You could pass if you want.
Maybe push people to accept other people's opinion a little bit more.
Say that one more time. Sorry, because I
I wouldn't even do like a drastic change. I'd probably push people to be more open-minded to accept other people's ideologies and thoughts and opinions.
That's a big fucking thing, though. Can you imagine if you did that? Everybody would change. You'd be like, oh shit, what the fuck did I do?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Maybe half the population or something.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to change your magic wand wish, but
I think just have people more open-minded and less biased in the world.
There you go. What do you think our purpose is?
Live life, man. I think the way I'll answer that is our purpose in life is to just live.
Okay.
And we live to find the answer for that very question for ourselves.
Aye.
And we all have different answers for ourselves.
I agree. This is a train question or a trolley question. It's a philosophical question. So you are on a track. You are in control of the train that's coming down, and it's either going to hit the 5 people that are down the lane, or you can push somebody off and kill that one person to save 5 people. What do you do?
That's tough, man.
You can do whatever you want with the question. It doesn't have to be moral, whatever. This is just whatever flows with your mind.
Like, I'm sorry, one person, I gotta let you go. It's, but then one death is a tragedy, multiple deaths is a statistic, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, that person could have changed the fucking world, man. You asshole. Yeah. How dare you? You're bigot.
Man, better odds with the 5 people. One of them could change the world too.
Yeah, they got 5 people down there. They're all assholes. They're all Trump supporters. How dare you save Trump supporters?
Oh, I saved 5 Trump supporters. Goddamn.
You killed a Biden supporter. How dare you do that?
I killed a Biden supporter.
He had a mask on. You couldn't tell.
Oh, fuck. I killed a masker.
All these other people were anti-maskers. They weren't wearing a mask, and they were 6 feet. I mean, they were closer than 6 feet. I'm fucking with you.
Damn shame. I couldn't predict the future, man. I'm sorry.
Last question is your favorite or least favorite quote. You can pick one or the other or both.
Favorite quote.
Or one of your favorites, or you said one earlier.
One that I would say, or one that I probably reference?
Hey, reference or you made it up. Don't matter.
Man, favorite quote, huh?
Or least favorite, meaning you like, what the fuck's this quote?
I think I'd probably go with, if you ain't hurt, you ain't done.
If you ain't hurt, you ain't done.
Yeah.
So your least favorite or your favorite?
That's probably my favorite that I would say.
Can you break that down a little bit real fast? Like, what do you mean by that? What does it mean?
Hey, if you're still able to lift an arm and a finger or a leg, you're able to still keep moving forward, man.
Cool. And that's
if you
it.
ain't broken, you ain't done, I guess.
Yeah, don't break your damn arm and shit. And,
Yeah.
I still got this. And you break everything else.
I mean, I even go with an eye for an eye leaves the village blind.
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about that I heard you say.
That's probably a favorite quote of mine. Not mine personally, it's someone else that said that.
Right. You didn't, yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah.
That wraps up everything. I appreciate you being on.
Well, thank you for having me on, man. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. You're always fun to talk to, of course, and you're one of my favorite people to talk to because like we get to talk about whatever. You're not offended by what I say.
Yeah, and we disagree about certain things. It's fine. Like we do it in a very civil way.
Yeah,
and that's what I appreciate.
Yeah,
and honestly, we agree with like a lot of shit. So
yeah, I tried to disagree with you anything I could find just so I can balance it out so that we're not. Well, yeah, I agree with you all the time. It's like it's got to be something I disagree.
But
with
you do it in a civil way, which I respect, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm having fun, man. It's a conversation. Yeah. This is what I try to do to bring people on. Like I try to do. I know this is crazy, but I tried to bring a Trump supporter and a Biden supporter on.
Do it.
But no one wants to do it, and it's like
together? You mean?
Both at the same time. Yeah, I wanted to be the moderator. I wanted to.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, yo, we got to drink though. We got to do something. I don't care.
You gotta look deep for that shit.
I know. I was like, I'm not gonna find people on Facebook.
You're not gonna find a lot.
I'm only like Facebook friends with like about 700 people that I met in my life, but
they're mostly likely gonna butt heads, man.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't met one person that's a Biden supporter or Trump supporter that's like, Oh, actually, I had people say I know a Trump, about people on the left that was willing to go against anybody that's on the right, but I couldn't find anybody on the right because I don't really have Trump supporters as friends. I guess they're either quiet or whatever.
You gotta look far for that.
Yeah. The Instagram people I followed that are Trump supporters are famous or they got a large following.
You got to go outside the city if you want to find those.
Right? I gotta go to Alabama. No, I made that up.
I mean, even Lancaster, Allentown, or somewhere outside of
Philly. The whole Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That was going for Trump.
Amishville, maybe.
Right? Anyway. Yep.
I don't know if you're gonna say something. I was gonna say, like, for me, man, if someone's looking for an argument, I'm just walking back. I was like, look, man, you win. All right, I ain't here to argue, but if you want my information of what I think, then I'll provide it. But if you're here to argue with me, then I'm not here for that.
That's what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for an argument or war. I was looking for people that are debating information, having a conversation about the information.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be the moderator, making sure that no, bitch, we're not doing that. No, we're not. Stop.
This is not a debate.
That's bias. That's very biased.
Discussion.
Right. And that's
a debate,
exactly what I wanted to do. Because Joe Rogan was gonna do it, I think. I forget. And I was like, fuck it, I'll do it too. Shit. I could do that.
If you can make it happen, do it, man.
I tried. It didn't work. It's all right. It's all right. It's cool. I got other opportunities to get people on the left or on the right, whatever.
It'll come. Give it time. Right now it's high tension.
Exactly. I could try to do a Marvel versus DC or something. That's a little less. It's right. What are you? Both.
If I had to choose, I'm a huge Batman fan.
So DC.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it's Marvel, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan.
Yeah. Damn, we're like alike in a way, yeah. Because I'm Spider-Man and Wolverine on the Marvel side.
Yeah. Well, I'm Gambit if it comes from X-Men.
I used to love Gambit. All right, we're not gonna get nerdy.
All right, it's gonna go off.
Yeah, sorry. Appreciate you, David. We're
No,
gonna
thank
wrap
you,
it up.
thank you, man.
I don't know if you want to share social media, anything.
I mean, if people want to follow me, it's D Kong, so DKUONG on
Alright.
Instagram. I don't really want to share my Facebook, but that's really all I'll share.
What? You don't want to share your fucking?
I don't do anything on Facebook.
No, not Facebook. Fuck Facebook. I'm gonna talk about Facebook. I'm talking about your OnlyFans account.
Oh shit!
Come on, I want to see your
Nah.
dick playing on a guitar, man. I'm joking.
Damn, man, got me. Nah, I can't share all that now.
God damn it. I'm paying you, man. $10 a month, whatever it is. Like, I can't afford
Man.
more than that, but
I'll charge 110 per month.
I'm not paying any more than $10 a month to see your cock play the guitar, man. All right.
Yeah, but follow my Instagram, y'all. All right.
All right. There's D Kong, right? That's what you
Yeah,
said?
DKUONG.
All right. I'll put that on the link. You'll see that.
Thank you, man.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Later, man. We're stopping this recording. Outies.
All right. Outies.
I hope you enjoyed that episode, guys. If you want to follow any other of my stuff that I do, I have Instagram account, YouTube account, Facebook, everything, Twitter. Not everything, but I have what I have. Just follow everything over there for Williams Knows Nothing. I just post pretty much. I'm mainly on Instagram, and I try my best to post and share information that is everything that I love about the mind, the body, life in general, philosophy, neuroscience, mental health, physical health, doesn't matter. Or martial arts, of course. I just try to share everything in regards to those things. These are my passions, and I just try to share it on there so that I can encourage everybody else to pursue their own interests and follow their heart and their minds, or whatever metaphor that you like to use so that you can get shit done in this life. I just want to say that everything we talked about in this episode, again, please take it all with a grain of salt. Every time I say this, I stop saying William. I know nothing. I'm William. I know nothing at the end because I thought it was like kind of like cliche, whatever. So I said, "Fuck it, you get it. People get it. I know nothing. Basically, you get my point. If you're still listening, you understand me. Overall, please take care of yourselves and don't let these unprecedented, uncertain, scary, whatever, all the fucking words that they have for it, times." Freak you out about COVID and whatever. Let's figure shit out, guys. Let's fucking figure shit out so we can just adapt and conquer.